Number 15, Maxine Morena.
And every ring has a price on it that includes all the
On
diamonds.
right wing, number 16, Carson Wetsch.
Open late across from Chinook Center.
Landlords
On
spend
defense,
76
number
hours managing
2,
their property
Dax
in a year.
Williams.
19 date nights.
25 hockey games.
And
Also in
37.
defense, number 8, Caleb Parker.
At Hope Street, we help busy
And starting
landlords
goal
get
for your
their
Calgary
time
Hitmen
back.
tonight is
Live
number
life,
31,
get paid.
Eric
Become an armchair landlord today. Hope Street, because life's too short to spend it managing properties.
And now please welcome tonight's Blue Line Buddies, presented by Alberta Blue Cross.
Team sport.
The
And when it comes
U13
to
Bow
fire
Valley
protection,
Flames
you
Black.
need a teammate in your corner you can trust. Thanks, Bill. At Classic Fire and Life Safety, we deliver trusted and dependable fire protection services to our clients across Canada. We protect your business as if it were our own. Our passion for safety and excellence means your people and property are in the best hands. With Classic Fire and Life Safety, you're getting a dependable teammate who is there for you when you need us most. Better safety starts at ClassicFire.com.
The peoples of the Treaty 7
The holidays
region
are
in
here at
southern Alberta,
TSC.ca,
which includes
and
the
exciting
Blackfoot First
offers are
Nation
coming your
tribes
way.
of Siksika,
Today's
the
showstopper
Piikani,
bundles
the
and more
Gena,
that
the
trendsetters
Stoney Nakoda
and
First
beauty
Nation
lovers will
tribes of
adore.
Chiniki,
KitchenAid, Bravo,
Bearspaw,
and Luke
and
Crusade to make their day.
and
Shop
the
them all
Tsutsina
with
First
Easy
Nation.
Pay.
This territory is
PS5,
also home
Xbox,
to the
Nintendo,
Otipemisiwak
and Lego
Métis
too.
government,
Brands for
Districts
them
5 and
and
6.
for you.
As an
Amazing
organization,
prices,
Calgary
so
Sports
much
and
to see.
Entertainment is
All
proud
here
to continue
at
our
TSC.
commitment to learn
Shop
from
exciting
and
offers
partner
every
with
day
our
at
Indigenous community.
TSC.ca.
Why do I love getting my last-minute gifts at Shoppers Drug Mart? Well, lots of stores, many open late, great selection of gifts, and let's not forget the PC Optimum points. I get gifts for them and points for me. So can you. Go to Shoppers. Exclusions apply.
To present the awards, please
Morning,
welcome
family.
Calgary
Is
Hitmen
it cold in
Education
here?
Advisor
I
Dick
can't feel
McDougall.
my toes.
I'm a teenager actually wearing a jacket, so yeah.
Don't wake up without heat. Replace your furnace with,
With a
Canyon Plumbing and
96%
Heating
average
today.
in school,
Get furnace
our first
upgrades
recipient
like
is a
state-of-the-art
shining
Wi-Fi
example of a dedicated
thermostats and
student
indoor
athlete.
air quality
His
solutions.
coach describes
Plus,
him as an
Canyon
outstanding
Plumbing and Heating
teammate, a
makes
hard worker,
replacing your
and
furnace
unshakeably
easier with
positive.
available
Please
financing
welcome
options.
CIHA
For more info,
U15
visit
forward Kale
CanyonPlumbing.com.
Akubo.
The holiday Big Check event is on now at
Our
Sport Check.
second
From
recipient
December
maintains a
12th to
95%
24th, shop
average and
savings up to
describes as a very
60%
coachable
off.
player,
Find amazing
brings a
deals on
consistent work
top
ethic and
brands
maturity
such
to
as
the rink each
Nike,
and every
Under
day.
Armour, Oakley,
Please
Columbia,
welcome
and more.
U17
Say
forward
it with sport
Griffin
this holiday
Bruno.
season.
It's a hat trick for car lovers. Lease Busters helps you exit your lease penalty-free. Car Cost Canada
Our
scores
third
with hidden
recipient has
rebates
had a
and
great start to the
insider
season,
pricing.
both on
And the
and
Car
off the
Magazine
ice.
brings you all the
Representing
latest car
team
news and
player
lifestyle
demonstrates
stories.
exceptional
Whether
character,
you're looking to
consistently
save
giving
money,
his best
find
effort
your
in
next
everything he
ride, or
does.
just
His
love reading
positive
about
attitude
cars,
and
this
integrity
is
make
your
him not
winning
only a great
team.
player, but
Visit
also a wonderful person.
leasebusters.com,
Please welcome
carcostcanada.com,
CIHA
and
defenseman Jack
thecarmagazine.com
Whiteman.
today. That's a hat trick for car buyers.
Are you on the path of a heart attack or
Finally,
stroke?
from your Calgary Hitmen,
I'm
this
George
player
Russing.
shows great
Did you know
balance
that
between
83% of people with heart disease have normal cholesterol levels and that medical stress tests can miss heart disease? At HeartFit Clinic, they specialize in detection and preventative measures that may...
He's a role model with his work ethic, commitment, and focus. Please congratulate number 38, Brendan Gorzinski.
Book your free cardiac consultation at HeartFit Clinic today. Visit heartfit.ca.
Hey folks, Kelly Rudy here for Okotoks Nissan. I recently pulled out my old black and silver goalie pads and my blue bandana. Those beauties have seen it all.
In
But I
advance,
think
please
it's
help us
time for an
congratulate
upgrade
this
both
month's
for my
Calgary
goalie
International
equipment
Hockey
and my
Academy
vehicle.
Scholastic
It's time
Players
to
of the
head
Month.
15 minutes south of the city to Okotoks Nissan for a relaxed, stress-free buying experience. No pressure or screens here, unlike my gold crease. You know exactly what you're paying with their upfront pricing.
Can I ask you to
So
please
dust
rise
off
if
your
you're
old
able,
gear
remove your
and
hats,
head to Okotoks
and join
Nissan
Brent
today.
Rose,
They're
accompanied
worth
by
the trip.
Alberta Sheriff's Branch in the singing of
When
the
you
Canadian
start off
national
London
anthem.
Drugs this holiday season, get ready to add some festive flair to your basket. So crank up that Christmas magic this year and head to London Drugs. We're made for the holidays.
This is Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan. Let's go.
With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Scotiabank Saddledome in Calgary, Alberta, the scene on this, the final night of Western Hockey League action before the holiday break. And boy, we've got a dandy tonight. Two teams red hot. Winners of 3 in a row, the Calgary Hitmen and the Prince Albert Raiders. Hello, friends. Brad Curl in the Peter Maher radio broadcast booth, joined as always by our color analyst, Jeff Hollick. Hosting Hitman Hockey tonight is Azam Ali Nanji, and producing in downtown Calgary in the Groundwork studio is Colton Pankew. Yes, the Raiders and the Hitmen, maybe a potential Eastern Conference final. These two teams are playing like it right now, Jeff.
Yeah, you talk about being red hot. Not only have both clubs won 3 in a row, if you go back to mid-November to now, that's a month of hockey. Both these teams have lost only 2 games in regulation. Both teams in the last 30 days or so have won 9 games. So they have really moved up the standings. Prince Albert 24 hours ago, Brad, before the victory in Edmonton, were out of a playoff spot. A victory tonight, they're all the way up to 5th place. Calgary with a victory today. Suddenly they're within a point of the first place Medicine Hat Tigers. So it is so tight in this conference, and these two clubs are playing really good hockey to move up the standings of late.
Down to ice level we go for tonight's opening face-off. Calgary in their home white jerseys, the Raiders in their road greens, and we are underway inside the saddle. First touch to Calgary. Dax Williams will send it in. Carson Wetsch in on the forecheck, up with the puck, but Mrsic will take it away for the Raiders. Couldn't get it out, held in by Maranoff. Behind the net now to Connor Vidston, lurking below the goal line. Blue line pass out of the reach of Caleb Parker. It's all the way down the ice, but Eric Two, who gets the start in the Hitman net, is out to play the puck off the boards to center. He's got Connor Vidston up the left wing side to Maxi Maranoff, chipping the puck by Rudolph, and deep into the Raiders zone. Maranoff, one hand on one stick, trying to fend off Lodwick with the other. Got it free. Here's Ben Kindle. Sharp angle shot doesn't get it through. Kindle's got it again. Walks off the wall. Slips it back. Yakimchuk attacking to the net. The save made by Dimitri Fortin as he slammed shut the 5-hole. That's where Yakimchuk was lurking as he loitered down. Off the right circle, Kindle now given a bump by Christensen, and out to center we go. First shift belongs to Calgary, and a great scoring chance already. There is no score. Raiders, who played last night, were winners up in Edmonton. They knocked off the Oil Kings by a score of 5-2. Calgary's been idle since, well, the weekend when they were winners as well. Knocking off the Swift Current Broncos by a score of 4-3 on Sunday. Puck inside the PA zone. Raiders have it. Dragosevic out the right wing side to Niall Crocker. Center ice shooting into the Calgary zone. Christoph Matches is there. So is Parker. Hitman defenseman finds the winger, and it's sent out by Hunter Ora. Out to center ice. Jeff, we always start games long stretches without whistles. Coaches love it. You get all 4 lines in. Here we are, 90 seconds in without a whistle, and I say that, and we curse it down.
Yeah, you didn't finish the sentence, and the puck went out of play. Somehow went straight sideways and hit the netting in the Calgary zone. What a great start for the Calgary Hitmen.
I'm tired of these 10-minute without a whistle starts. I'm doing anything to drag it down, and here we go. I got a Christmas wish.
Carter Yakimchuk goals in 3 straight games and had a partial breakaway coming down the right side. Goaltender covered the angle, but a little shift there by Yakimchuk, who was hoping to open up the goaltender's legs and sneak it through, but Fortin made that good save.
Off the draw, the Raiders own the puck inside their own blue line. Little chip up the left wing boards. Will get the center ice. Dirk catches, swatted off the puck there by the checking Barrett. The puck goes down to the right wing corner. Mrsic had it for a moment there. He's shoved over. Good forechecking by Evan Smith, but there's going to be a penalty call here. A cross-checking minor will go out, and it will go against Smith, who doesn't like the call, but he'll go sit down for 2 or less.
Very early power play for the Calgary Hitmen, which is ranked 15th in the WHL. Yakimchuk leads with 6 goals. Kindle and Wetsch each have 5. Tulk has 4. All those guys usually out on the number 1 power play. Prince Albert's penalty kill, 19th overall.
Oliver Tulk out to take this faceoff for Calgary against the Raiders. Aiden Oyering. It'll be to the left of Dimitri Fortin. No sticks yet, thus no puck. Now the stick's down, and there comes the puck. Raiders up with it. They'll play it off. Volkfest into the corner, taken away by Calgary's Connor Vidston. He'll lay it into the right wing side of the ice. Hustling after it is Wetsch. Knocks over. Loose puck will go free to the Raiders, and Oyering out to center ice with Crocker. And they'll just dump the puck down. Crocker will give chase. Pokes it away from Eric Two before he can grab it, and he'll go for a skate. Around the outside, now the back pass into his own zone. Little game of keep away. Christensen dials it up now. Long shot down. Taken away by Kindle in the Calgary slot. He steps to the left side of the ice. And now swings it up the left wing to Connor Vidston. The shoot-in rumbles around behind the Raider net on the right wing boards. Retrieved by Tulk, fed to the blue line. With it now is Kindle. Across the ice to Yakimchuk. Up top, Kindle. Right circle now. It's Oliver Tulk. He's being pestered by Oyering, so he'll slip it back out to the blue line. Kindle hustles to hold it in. He'll work the power play. Right point. Kindle side of the net. Vidston spun it in front. Couldn't get the shot away. Puck to the boards. It's recovered by Tulk. Up top, Kindle. Retrieval to Tulk. Side of the net. Vidston the redirect. That one goes up And out of play.
Kindle working the right blue line. Well, actually, the middle blue line is the power play quarterback, showing a lot of patience, Brad. He looked like he was going to shoot it. Had a player in his shooting lane, but he waits and he waits. What's he waiting for? A passing lane to Vitson near the net, but the goaltender saw it coming too. Fortin came out with a big poke check to prevent Vitson from the spin-around shot.
1:02 on the Calgary power play. Second unit out now. It's Ethan Moore to take this face-off against Harrison Lodwick. Left of Fortin, off the draw. Calgary wins it. Noah Kosick. Blue line to Caleb Parker. Left side of the ice, Brandon Gorzinski up top. Parker, wrist shot wide of the net. Rebound, Moranoff couldn't find it. Moore does. And the shot is blocked, and the puck to the blue line. It'll be Parker. Right circle now. Noah Kosick. Up top, Brandon Gorzinski. Back to Kosick. One-time shot sizzles wide of the target. And the carom all the way back into Hitman territory.
What a break for Prince Albert. Goaltender was looking one way. The puck was on the other side of the crease, Brad. Somehow Calgary does not score.
Brandon Gorzinski, 17 points on the year, distributes right side to Ethan Moore. He'll lay one in deep. Puck goes in behind the Raider net. Retrieval. Moranoff can't come up with it. Raiders do, and they'll shoot it away. Good clear down the ice there by Ethan Bebo, wearing Parker Kelly's old number 27. Puck into the Hitman zone. Noah Kosick arrives on the scene. The freshman in the slot in his own zone. Crossing over now, slides it right side to Ethan Moore. Attacking the Raider line. He'll dump it into the left wing corner. Mays on a recovery expedition. Trying to come up with it. Got it to Kosick. Out to the blue line. It is Yakimchuk. He'll slide the puck across to Hunter Ora. The pride of Kamloops, BC, had it hop on him. Had to poke it ahead, but the Raiders the intercept. And here comes Bebo at center ice. Penalty is over to Smith. Bebo drifts it down the ice. And the early power play for Calgary is taken off the sheet. Raiders 1 for 1 on the kill. We remain scoreless. 4 minutes into the opening period. P&A now looking for offense. Doobie, he'll play it out to the blue line. They'll work it side to side. Dragicevic up top. He'll go right wing side of the ice now to Doobie. Took a shot through a screen. That's high and wide of the Calgary goal. Dragicevic to hold the puck in. On down low play. Can't find the teammate Boychuk. Loose puck. Yakimchuk on the glass. Holding at the blue line is the Raiders' Volkfest. He'll shovel it wide of the Calgary goal. Boychuk forechecking. Ora to it first. To Yakimchuk. Slid it ahead. Mays in traffic. Can't get it out. Yakimchuk turned back by the forechecking Meunier. And he'll go rink wide to Hunter Ora. Taps it on the wall to center ice. It's swept ahead. And into the Raiders zone by Rylan Ing. Prince Albert on the counter. Here comes Mraz. Into Calgary territory. Drop pass. Meunier. He's weaving in the high slot. He's over to the left side of the ice now, and the long shot is on the body of Eric Two, and the Calgary goaltender will hold on.
Took over 4.5 minutes for Prince Albert to get their first shot on goal, and Meunier is the one that gets that wrister through. Obviously, Prince Albert had to kill a penalty in there as well. So, good start by Prince Albert's penalty kill. And now the coach's staff usually like to get the first couple minutes into the game. Everybody get a shift, but that early power play kind of upsets some things. So we'll see how things shape up as we go along here.
Draw to the right of Two, deep in the Calgary zone. And off the face-off, it's Caleb Parker for Calgary. Coming off a 2-goal game. Joking in the media afterwards, saying that's not something he's used to seeing, but Caleb Parker's been terrific since coming over from the Moose Jaw Warriors. Got a point streak, now 5 games long. Up the left wing boards, he finds a teammate, Dax Williams. Can't get the puck out. Oiring knocked it free, but it goes right back to Calgary. Tulk, left wing at center, Adazinski. Kindle drives the lane, but the pass goes to the trailing Parker. The shot, he scores! He's done it again! Turn on the red light. Caleb Parker gives Calgary the 1-0 lead.
Great play there by Adazinski coming down the left side. It's a 2-on-2, but he hits the trailing Parker, who develops into a 3-on-2, and he's alone. Middle slot coming in and a wrist shot. He's got points in 6 straight games, Brad. Defenseman scoring a lot of goals for Calgary of late, not just Yakimchuk, but Parker has got another one for the Calgary Hitmen, his 6th of the year.
And a 3-game goal scoring streak now for the Minnesota Wild prospect. So Calgary on their 4th shot of the night does this.
Of the year scored by number 8, Caleb Parker. Assist to number 17, David Adazinski, and to number 37, Oliver Tulk. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 7 seconds. Parker, 7th of the year from Adazinski and Tulk at 5:07.
So a 1-0 start for Calgary. The puck in the Raiders zone. Fortin tried to cover at the side of the net, but it worked free, and the Raiders are going to get back on it. Up the right wing side, it's Niall Crocker trying to swing it to the left. Matchis will chip it back, and the trailer on the left wing side is Daxon Rudolph. He'll shoot one in on 2. Trouble with it. Now he grabs it. As Lodwick comes barging in there, and Lodwick and Yakimchuk are at close quarters. And this one dates back to their first meeting of the year in Prince Albert when Lodwick gave Yakimchuk a bit of a suspect hit on the boards. Yakimchuk had to leave the game, did return later on, but they've got a history between the two of them, and they came together there.
Okay, good to know that. Correction from my part, Parker, that's his 7th of the year, Brad. He's got 4 with Calgary and 3 with the Moose Jaw Warriors. Tulk with that assist extends his point streak to 11 games. second longest on the Calgary Hitmen right now. Remember, Kindle's got points in 13 straight.
Yeah, Oliver Tulk has been exceptional, and matter of fact, he has hopped over Ben Kindle and now leads the Calgary Hitmen in scoring. Does number 37. Look at the WHL scoring race. You'll find him there as well. Off the draw, the puck into the corner. The Raiders looking for it. It is Oehring trying to slide out in front. Kindle knocks it away, and he's going to start the play up the left wing side. Chip pass to Brandon Gorzinski. Honored before the game as the Scholastic Player of the Month for Calgary. Dumps the puck in. Tulk in a recovery expedition will knock it free. It'll come to Caleb Parker. Ripped it through the slot. Nobody home. Blue line, Dax Williams holds it into Tulk. Left circle, high slot. Here's Kindle. Shot. Fortin the save. And while sliding to his left, he will hold on to it. Dimitri Fortin getting the start for the Prince Albert Raiders was superb the last time these two teams met. Raiders won it, and Fortin had 39 saves. Calgary's got one by him tonight. They lead it 1-0 on your home of Hitman Hockey. This is Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
Finding the right mortgage broker should...
You're clear.
30 years of experience, Jason Hominick is passionate about connecting you with the best.
Sounds good.
Jason, you told us on several occasions that rates are going to drop. Where are rates at right now?
Yeah, rates have really come down, and this is a great time for people that were worried about maybe refinancing because they didn't want to break a great rate that they had on their mortgage, but now their mortgage is coming up for renewal. Rates have dropped. Things have been expensive. This is a great time to take advantage of those dropping rates and make your life a lot easier.
Visit jason.mortgage today.
Whatever's in the cards for tonight, Tom's House of Pizza is there. Staying in, Tom's Scrumptious Pizzas are available for delivery and takeout. Ready for an evening out? Enjoy a relaxing meal in the dining room or an exciting night in one of the adjoining pubs. Either way, Tom's House of Pizza is where pizza lovers feel at home. With their unique thin crust recipe and the highest quality ingredients, Tom's House of Pizza is pizza made to perfection. Locally owned since 1963. For pub lineup and more info, follow Tom's House of Pizza on social media.
Now, back to Brad Curl and Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Well, as we touched on, Parker, another defenseman goal for the Calgary Hitmen today. Pretty hard to find a pairing as good as this of late. Yakimchuk, 12 goals on the year, Brad. Parker up to 7. Two guys combined for 19 goals. That's pretty good.
And the lineup tonight now 22 goals off the Calgary defense. Here's Williams looking for another as they win the draw, but the shot hit a body and bounces wide. Raiders Mrsic now will outlet to center ice, trying to find Doobie, but the pass was behind him, and Calgary up a 2-on-1. Now a 3-on-1. Adazinski's in. The shot just wide. Side of the net at the back door was Ethan Moore, unable to tip it. Raiders turn back 3-on-2 themselves. Doobie to carry it in. Drop pass to Tomas Mrsic. The former Medicine Hat Tiger twisting and turning in the right wing corner. Blue line out to Dragicevic. He'll wheel it across. Here's Volkfest up top. Dragicevic the shot. Blocker save made by 2. Rebound Volkfest on down low to the corner. Oehring out in front. Doobie stoned by 2. Good positional save by number 31, the guardian of the goal. Puck at the blue line. Raiders get it again. Oehring across to Dragicevic. He's in the right circle now. Walks it in the shot. That's over the Calgary goal. Prince Albert buzzing heavily here, but Volkfest can't keep the puck off the backboards in, and the Hitmen will work in a change. Raiders embark back into the Calgary zone looking to tie the game. A sauce pass from Dragicevic is intercepted and cleared by Dax Williams. Not enough for icing as Dugan Peterson back for the Raiders. Try to chip it ahead for Doobie. Intercepted by Calgary's Chase Valiant. Feeding the slot out of the reach of Yakimchuk. Ing will jump up on it. Now to Mays. He's behind the net. Got the puck in front, but through the legs of Valiant. Yakimchuk at the line trying to pinch to hold it in, but Mrsic sends it out. Ora covers to Mays at center. Front of the penalty box. Now ahead of Valiant. Into the Raider zone. The shot. Blocker save made by Fortin. Valiant's got his own rebound. Behind the net he works. With 12:20 remaining in the first period, 1-0 Hitmen on a goal from Caleb Parker. They look to double the lead as they are in the Raider zone. It's Ing on the boards. Had it taken away, and Prince Albert now trying to work the puck out, but Boychuk shoved off in front of the penalty box, and Ora transitions ahead to Vidston. Storming into the Raider zone, goes wide left, wrap around. He scores! The old Lenny McDonald wraparound for Connor Vidston, and it's 2-0 Calgary.
Vidston's got goals in 3 straight games, Brad, and when you do a wraparound, you got to have speed, and you got to freeze the goaltender coming out on the left side. He did all of that. Left side goaltender did come across post to post pretty quick, Brad, but Vidston on the forehand wraps it in for the goal. Ora will pick it up assist for generating that play through the neutral zone, but again, goals in 3 straight games, and Calgary leads by a couple.
Yeah, the 20-year-old from Tisdale, Saskatchewan has hit the double-digit mark in goals. Here's his latest.
Calgary Hitman goal, his 10th of the year, scored by number 21, Connor Vidston. Assist to number 7, Hunter Orai, and to number 39, Rylan Ing. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 59 seconds. Vidston, 10th of the year from Ora and Ing at 7:59.
So with visions of holidays dancing in their heads on both sides, Calgary Hitmen off to a 2-0 start. This is the final game before the holiday break for both teams. In fact, it's the only game in the Western Hockey League tonight. It's part of Wednesday night in the dub. We'll have more on that in a moment as the Raiders send the puck into the Calgary zone. There's Lyndon Barrett on the scene. He's in behind the Calgary goal, looking for options. Raiders only flush down in front of the goal. It's Matches. Barrett plays it out the right side to Tulk, but jammed up by Crocker, and the play is whistled down. So what is Wednesday night in the dub? Well, Jeff, I think this is a stroke of brilliance out of the Western Hockey League office. You look at this league. Everybody who knows this league loves this league, but it's a way to generate more exposure for the Western Hockey League. Free on CHL TV, on WHL Live, and free on the WHL YouTube channel. You'll find a game of the week every Wednesday. And this one tonight is in the prime time of the only game in the WHL. Off the draw, the puck in the Calgary zone. It's Oliver Tulk up ahead with it. Not out, held in a long shot. That's turned away by the goaltender, too, on that shot from Rudolph. Puck rescued by the Raiders on the right wing wall. It is Rudolph again. Season appropriate, isn't it? The Rudolph is in the game tonight.
Yes.
Puck out at center ice. Raiders, of course, wearing the green Grinch colors as well. But on the road, it's Calgary who leads it 2-0. Oh, you can find the holiday thread wherever you start to pull away at it. Holidays on the horizon as Calgary comes to center. Brandon Gorzinski will lift it in. Goaltender Fortin's out of the net, trying to wind it around the wall, looking for Oiring. It hopped over his stick. Parker will slam it right back in. It's a hopper that Fortin fields beautifully off his chest. Loose puck, Raiders. They'll transition out the right wing side, and here comes Doobie, the former Seattle Thunderbird, pushed off the puck. Dax Williams takes over for Calgary, commanding in his own zone, looking for Vidston, who made it 2-0 Hitman moments ago. Shovels it up ahead to Wetsch, bursting through the scene. He's tripped up. There'll be a penalty. Or is it a penalty shot? No, it's a penalty. It's a tripping minor. Referee initially pointed up the ice. I thought maybe a penalty shot, but I think his body language was like, uh-oh, let's change that down as I reach to my ankles and show it's a trip.
Yeah, I didn't have a clear-cut breakaway, Brad, but with his speed, he was going to split the defense and come in all the way free. He's done that a lot this year, but Volkvest will take the tripping penalty. Calgary's done so much on the rush, Brad. They've got the Vidston goal. They had the odd man rush for the other goal, generating chances, and almost had one there. Calgary 0 for 1. The power play had 2 shots on goal the first time around.
Off the draw, Hitman get the face-off. Kendall up top, over to Yakimchuk, left circle, wrist shot, chest save. In the rebound, Wetsch unable to jam it home. Vidston was toppled in front of the Raiders. Lodwick will get it out and down the ice. All in the penalty box for the Raiders out of Czechia. Wojtek, Volkvest. You look at him up close, he could pass for someone in his 30s. He's got the big beard.
Yes, he does.
Scary looking from up here in the press box. Raiders back in their own zone as Calgary works the power play, and his Tulk on the left wing boards. Now to Yakimchuk. He's on the half wall to the blue line. It is Ben Kindle walking the line back over to Yakimchuk. The pass was a hot potato. It kind of jammed him up. He's to the wall. 2 Raiders on him. One of them is Derkach. He applies the back massage, and the puck comes free. Calgary's Vidston digs it out to the blue line. Here's Tulk walking in. Toe drag shot. Couldn't get it by the shot blocking Derkach, so he fed the line to Kindle. Derkach on him, blocks that shot. Corner it goes, recovered by Vidston to Yakimchuk. Steps away from Derkach. The shot, blocker save made by Fortin. Rebound side of the net, and it's whistled down with a high stick. Calgary touched it, so the draw will come outside the zone.
Prince Albert doing a good job blocking shots. Kindle shot block. Tulk is in there. Yakimchuk getting a good wrister. The goaltender out to challenge, makes the high save. But as that puck was in the air, players from both teams had their sticks over their shoulder. They're saying that it was knocked down by a high stick by Calgary. So the faceoff comes outside the line. The second unit comes out for Calgary on the power play, Brad. Moore had that great chance to score on that first power play. Goalie was looking right. The puck was to his left, and Moore just hit him in the legs.
9:04 to go in period number 1. Calgary leading 2-0 on goals from Calum Parker and Connor Vidston have the puck in their own zone. The aforementioned Parker in possession. Wearing Vladislav Yeremenko's old number 8 on the left wing to Maranoff. He'll chisel one in, but lost his footing in the process, and the Raiders will transition it out. Here comes Oiring, 1-on-2. See what he can do shorthanded here. He's going to circle and now hold it on the boards. Wait for help. Maranoff's on him. Parker as well. Cossack, it's a 3-man Hitman party, but Oiring spoiling it right now. And now the Hitmen finally get possession. Cossack to center. Up the right wing side. Skate to stick to Ethan Moore. Working against the defender over there. That's Paul Marine, and the puck comes around the boards and out to center ice. It's Calgary's Parker back in possession. 19 seconds of the power play ahead of Yakimchuk. Stumbled as he cut to the middle, gets back on his skates. Has to deal with a pestering Smith, but he gains the line. Sauces one down to Kosick. Skate the stick. He kicks it up ahead, goes behind the net. Knocked over by Dragicevic. Then Dragicevic falls. Loose puck, Calgary. Gorzinski. Pad save. Fortin, and the rebound covered by the Raiders goaltender.
Different looking second unit as Yakimchuk stayed out there. Same spot left circle instead of Kindle the middle quarterback. It is Parker that time around. And again, Moore has their best chance on the power play. He was near the crease. Bucking his skates, however, went off his skate to the goaltender, and they cover up from there. 2 seconds left on this power play, which is in danger of going 0-for-2 here, but Calgary still leads by a couple here.
Prince Albert Raiders, 2 regulation losses in their last 14 games. 11-2-1. And the game before that was a 10-1 loss in Vancouver. Sometimes you have those moments that get everybody's attention, and a 10-1 loss would do that. Definite turning point for the Raiders. Calgary coming up. Adazinski off the draw, set up by Mays, but Fortin has had to be the Raiders' best player here in the first period. Calgary up to 14 shots on goal.
Both these teams, their seasons seem to turn around on the long road trip. Prince Albert went to the BC trip, only won 1 game. You mentioned the 10-1 loss to wrap it up in Vancouver, and they've only lost twice in regulation since then. Calgary went on the U.S. Division road trip. Remember, they started off with a win in Seattle, lost in Tri-City, but since then, they've only lost twice in regulation. So the road trip seemed to help Calgary come together. Prince Albert, even though they had 1 loss, or 1 win on that trip, seems like it kind of turned their season around as well.
So something to watch for both teams is, would the real team please stand up? They've been turning momentum ever since. Can they continue it on, or will they both step backwards? We'll find out. Calgary's got the puck. It's Adazinski off the left wing circle. Into the high slot he goes. Guarded the whole way by Smith, who's tracking beautifully. So he'll go to the blue line. It's Pisarchuk into the slot now. Mays, a turn shot. Stick save made by Fortin. Rebound off the glass. Swatted ahead by the Raiders, but Durkach can't reach it. Pisarchuk at the line. His shot. Tipped by Adazinski wide of the goal. Looking for it, PA again, and they'll just slam it out and down the ice as Bebo ices the puck. Of course, both coaches hoping that this is the start of building blocks moving forward, that both these teams have eyes of maybe, hey, getting to top 4 in the conference and home ice in the first round. Raiders made the playoffs last year. Jeff edged out the Hitmen by just 2 points.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. These two teams were battling down the stretch last year, but not for the middle of the pack or top of the pack. It was for the final playoff spot. Prince Albert got in, faced the number 1 Saskatoon Blades, beat them in overtime in game 1, but eventually lost the series in 5.
Off the draw, Hitman the puck, D to D, but the pass for Ora goes through his legs. Tracked back at his own blue line, slips it off to Brandon Gorzinski. Raiders changing. A Gorzinski pass is no good, and Prince Albert will take it away. Meunier, behind the net, up the right side. It is worked by Volkfest to center ice. Turning is Mraz, trying to hook one back to his bench. Great read over there on the left wing side. Is coming off the wall, fresh. Was Rudolph, made sure he didn't touch the puck. Had he done so, would have been too many men. The puck goes free into the Calgary zone, and the Hitman now will jump on it. Oliver Tulk stood up by Justice Christensen. And taking over is Rudolph. Back in the Raiders zone up the right side. It's pushed ahead. Mraz embarks into Hitman territory. Pisarchuk on him, lost his hockey stick. Barrett takes for Calgary. Round the right wing side. Tulk jammed on. Loose puck. Raiders play the slot. Mraz, touch off shot. Off the post. Rebound. They score! Picking up the trash in behind Eric 2 was the Raiders marksman, Ty Meunier, and PA's on the board. They trail it 2-1.
Prince Albert's only had 2 really good offensive shifts inside the Calgary zone, and this is one of them. They win the battle in the corner. They get it to the low slot, pass it to the high slot, shot off the inside of the goalpost and stays on the good side if you're Calgary, but as it's trickling along the goal line, Meunier will tuck it in, and Prince Albert's on the board here with an even strength goal.
Meunier's got his 8th of the season. He's a former first-round pick in the WHL Prospects Draft, one of 3 picks that round for PA, part of the young core that they're building around moving forward. We'll have more on that as this night unfolds, but Meunier and the Raiders get a big momentum goal after giving up the first 2. They've cut the Calgary lead in half.
Prince Albert goal is 8th of the year, scored by number 25, Ty Meunier. Assist to number 23, Riley Boychuk. And the number 20, Luke Mraz. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 31 seconds. Meunier, 8th of the year from Boychuk and Mraz at 13:31.
Timeout down on ice level. We'll do the same. 6:19 remains of the first period. We've got a good one tonight. Raiders and the Hitmen. It's 2-1 Calgary on Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
A flexible.
You're clear.
Thank you.
Circle of diamonds that glitters and twinkles and spark.
Sounds good.
Just like she does.
Give the woman you love a flexible circle of diamonds this Christmas.
Or give yourself one.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
Some people call these flexible circles of diamonds tennis bracelets.
Michael, I'm pretty sure everyone calls them tennis bracelets.
But this magnificent bracelet isn't about tennis.
This magnificent bracelet is about the magnificent woman who wears it.
Even the bracelets with small diamonds are dazzling.
A 1-carat total weight tennis bracelet featuring star-born created diamonds is just $1,499.
Bracelets with even bigger diamonds are stunning.
And bracelets with diamonds bigger than those will make you look like a movie star.
You can wear a tennis bracelet with everything.
Or with nothing at all.
Drinking my water?
I can't believe you said that.
I'm sorry.
When
you said everything, the first word that popped into my mind was nothing.
Spence. Open late across from Chinook Center.
Now, back to Brad Curl and Calgary Hitmen Hockey. On Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
It's the holiday break for the WHL. 20 teams have started their break. These two haven't yet. Obviously, got to play here tonight. Calgary, the last couple of years on home ice, the last game before the Christmas break, beating Swift Current last year 7-4, beating Edmonton 5-0 a couple of years ago.
So the last game before Christmas has been successful for Calgary. They always finish at home before Christmas because Calgary has the international airport, and a lot of teams want to finish on this end so they can send their players home for the holidays. Off the draw, loose puck Raiders. Paul Marine the shot. It got blocked by Calgary's Maxime Moranov. That one stung number 15, but he's going to stay on the ice. Raiders back in their own zone. Here's Paul Marine with it. Wearing jersey 14, right side to Niall Crocker. Chip pass ahead, too far for Oiring. It'll be cleared up by Parker. Moranov will knock it to center ice, and away goes Wetsch. Catching up Vidston, 2-on-2. They'll crisscross. There's the pass out of the reach of Vidston. He'll grab it left wing corner, chip it below the goal line, but Tomas Mrsic plays it up for the Raiders. Can't get it to a moving Crocker. He's locked up by Vidston, who takes the puck, looking to the slot to Cossack, but it's intercepted. And here comes Oiring for the Raiders. Up through center ice, end of his shift, though. He'll dump the puck in. Mrsic in after on the forecheck. Parker to it first. Plays it left wing boards. He's got Dax Williams, who hesitates to open up a passing lane. He finds Cossack, jammed up at center by Mirage, but now Williams will attack. In over the Raider blue line, Dax Williams to Cossack, but a pass under his stick. Cossack on it now, knocks it in behind the net. The Raiders take it away. Volkfest up the left side, Mrsic to center, and here comes Mirage. Has an assist on their only goal tonight. Jams, Joe Snow goes flying, and the loose puck to Calgary. Adazinski to center. It's Cossack. Couldn't find the handle at the Raider blue line. Prince Albert is on it, and Boychuk will lift it deep into Hitman territory. Yakimchuk, the first-round pick of Ottawa, up the boards, intercepted by Boychuk, swept it to the net, but it's worked aside by two. Yakimchuk emerges, and he'll go to Cossack at center. Flips one deep into Raider territory. Hustling back to go get it for Prince Albert. His defenseman, Dragosevic. He'll play it on the right wing side. Lucas Dragosevic out the center ice now. He's got Boychuk with it. Sutter stepping the Calgary blue line. Rolls one down into the corner. Hustling in after it is Meunier, who's got the PA goal, but the Hitmen have it on the boards. They're being locked up over there. It's Chase Valiant who cannot move. Puck slides out. Rudolph at the line. His shot cut off by Yakimchuk. The hulking defenseman will work it out to center ice on a backhand clear, and Rudolph gathers it into the Raider blue line. Chip pass a header. Finds Boychuk. Now to the trailing Smith over the line. The former Rebel will pass off, but it's offside on zone entry against the Prince Albert Raiders.
Future looks really great for the Prince Albert Raiders. Brad mentioned they had 3 picks in the top 7 in the 2023 WHL draft. First overall, took the defenseman
Daxon Rudolph.
And that was the pick that they got from Edmonton for the Caden Gooley trade. Then they picked their own pick at number 2 and took the forward, Riley Boychuk. And then with the 7th pick, Meunier, they got that pick from Seattle in the Nolan Allen trade to the Thunderbirds. So those 2 trades helped those 2 teams win WHL championships, but they had to give up some high draft picks. And when they finished really low in the standings, those picks are pretty good, and Prince Albert looks like they got some good ones there.
Yeah, it's one thing to have the picks. You have to execute on them, and it looks like the Raiders have done so with all those players making their debut this season as 16-year-olds and playing with a lot of regularity. The puck inside the Raiders' zone, a clear, kind of rides up into the face of Lyndon Barrett, did the stick of Durkach, but it's undetected, and the puck will go free. Raiders jump on it. Here they come into the Calgary zone. Bibeau sends it in. He's after his own shoot-in. Barrett is there. Bibeau walloping him. The puck comes free, and it's Calgary. Ora up the left side of Ben Kindle. Looking for the trailing defenseman, Lyndon Barrett. Now to center to Brandon Gorzinski. It's off his skate and down the ice. Calgary without 2 World Junior players tonight. Prince Albert native Tanner Howe will wear the maple leaf for Team Canada. Axel Hertig will play for Team Sweden, the Calgary Flames prospect. Puck lifted in by Prince Albert. Yakimchuk to play it up the boards. It'll hold in at the line. A shot from Lodwick is handled by two through the screen. Yakimchuk grabs the rebound, sauces it ahead of Valiant. He'll bump by Lodwick at center, work the puck ahead to Rylaning. Valiant heads to the net, the pass, cut off. Nice job there by Paul Marine, and the Raiders will get it out. A little flip and a bounce into Calgary territory. Reeled in by Wyatt Pisarchuk. Centered circle pass. Mays can't collect it. Raiders do. Bank it out to center ice. Dugan Peterson brought back in by Mays. Bumped on the wall by Lodwick, and Peterson arrives on the scene. Dugan Peterson standing behind his net, or to Langley, BC, outlet pass right side will send Doobie to center ice. Hits the Calgary line. Raiders looking to tie the game late, but Doobie lost the puck, and Moranoff in transition, hoping to stake the Hitman back to a 2-goal bulge. He's in over the line, left it for Vidston, left circle to the high slot. Wetsch a shot! That's off of Oyering, stays in play off the glass, and Vidston trying to get the rebound. Locked up in the corner. Moranoff gets it back, front of the net pass, out of the reach of the captain Wetsch, and the Raiders will turn and burn. Here they come to center. Tomas Mrsic lays it ahead on the left circle, but Oyering can't catch up to it. Good defensive play by Dax Williams. Up ahead of Moranoff. He'll slide it to center, and away goes Parker. With Wetsch and Vidston, it's a 3-on-2. Found Wetsch in the high slot. His pass off. Blocked off by Dragosevic. He'll work it to center. Now the Raiders transition. Up and down the ice we go. Mrsic is in. Poke check by Kosick. Oyering follows up, looking for the trailer, but the pass is off the mark to Rudolph. Had to jam the brakes of the line to go get it. Got it to Christensen. Now to Mrsic. The shot! Sizzling wide of the Calgary goal. Held in by Rudolph to the corner. Oyering, high slot. Here's Mrsic. Left side of the ice. They score! A low laser beam from Justice Christensen. And the Raiders captain has tied it. It's 2-2.
I haven't seen a lot of the Prince Albert Raiders, Brad, other than watching on TV, but this is their strength. When they win battles, they get it to the blue line, whether it's Dragosevic, whether it's Christensen. They get point shots through, and that time Mrsic looked like he was in a good shooting place, but wide open. Christensen coming in from the left blue line, top of the circle, had the goaltender moving post to post. Maybe went a little bit too far. He picks the low corner, and we're tied 2-2. Christensen's 7th goal of the year.
When your release point is you're down on one knee, you've gotten everything behind that, and that was Christensen. So 2 defensemen have scored tonight. Parker for the Hitmen, Christensen for the Raiders, Vidston and Meunier as well.
By number 7, Justice Christensen. Assist to number 26, Tomas Mrsic, and to number 19, Aiden Oyering. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 9 seconds. Christensen, 7th of the year for Mrsic, and Oyering at 18:09.
Welcome to the teeter-totter on Wednesday night. It was 2-0 Calgary, now it's 2-2. We'll hear from Calgary Hitmen Assistant General Manager Cass Bruni coming up in intermission number 1. Puck inside the Calgary zone. Yakimchuk is hugged, falls to his knees. Raiders take the puck away, trying to get it in front. Dirk Catch was the intended receiver, but Pisarchuk the takeaway. On the left boards for Calgary, outlets to Brandon Gorzinski out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Enters the zone, dropped it off to Ethan Moore. Wrist shot, Fortin makes the save. His feet were standing in the white paint above the crease, out to challenge, and Ethan Moore, who can get hot at times and really fire pucks, looking for his 9th of the year tonight there.
Again, Calgary doing so many great things on the rush. Again, another 3-on-2, generating their 18th shot on goal. Brad, just to follow up, you mentioned Tanner Howe, the Prince Albert native, off to Canada for the World Juniors.
Yep.
Told his brother Connor Howe is a second-round pick of these Prince Albert Raiders. He's only 15 right now, so can't play full-time, but that's another Howe to hear about over the coming years. Centerman, played last year in Prince Albert, had 21 goals in 16 games.
Wonder if you ask Connor, are you better than Tanner? Oh yeah, much better, much better. You know your brother's playing at the World Juniors. Oh yeah, I'm a captain candidate at the World Juniors. You just wait and see.
Well, remember, Tanner was a 4th-round pick of Regina. He's a 2nd-round pick of Prince Albert, so he's got him beat on that part.
We'll see how that plays out. 50 seconds to go here in period number 1. Calgary looking to reestablish the lead. They've got the puck in the left wing corner. It is Oliver Tulk twisting and turning. He'll slide it off to Kindle, out to the blue line. It's Caleb Parker on it now. The wrist shot goes off of Valiant and out of the rink. We get a whistle. There hasn't been a lot of extracurricular in this game. Some conversation now, though, between Mrsic and Tulk.
What a period, though. 20 shots for Calgary, 10 by Prince Albert. Prince Albert's so efficient. They've had maybe 3-4 shifts at best that are really good in the offensive zone, generating a couple of goals.
There's a stretch there where it was 3-on-2 one way, 3-on-2 the other, 3-on-2, 2-on-1. It's just up and down the ice.
Prince Albert, a lot of their success comes on their power play, which generates almost 40% of their goals this year, but 5-on-5, they've matched Calgary even up here.
Off the draw, great save made by Fortin off a release from Carson Wetsch, trying to give Calgary a late lead. Again, power move, he scores! Wetsch to the net, it's 3-2 Calgary.
Well, you said the word, Brad, power. That's what he is, a power forward. In those quarters around the net, your battling defenseman steals the puck off a guy trying to skate it out, drags it from the backhand to the forehand to the top of the crease area. His wrist shot high on the glove side. Again, that's his game. Size, strength, and then he's got the finish. Boy, does he ever. 12th goal of the year for Carson Wetsch.
The San Jose Sharks' third-round pick from North Vancouver, British Columbia, will listen to his name on the big speakers as he's given Calgary the lead once again. 3 goals on 22 first-period shots.
His 12th of the year, scored by number 16, Carson Wetsch. Assist to number 15, Maxim Moranov. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 32 seconds. Wetsch, 12th of the year from Moranov at 19:32.
Puck on the boards in the Raiders zone. That should eat the period, and it does. The horn signifies the end of 20. Well, the last game before the holiday break, Jeff, I said in the postgame show Sunday, you never know what you're going to get.
No.
And I would suggest a 3-2 score after one period of play with 32 combined shots is a little out of characteristic for both these teams.
Yeah, it wasn't a no-hitter that period. There was a few body checks, but a lot of stick checking, a lot of let's play the puck and go out there. Let's not lose our front teeth before Christmas here or anything like that, right? It can get physical. You mentioned there was a little bit of bad blood in the last meeting in Prince Albert, but highly entertaining period. Sometimes players before the Christmas break, their last game, can mail it in. We're not getting that here today. It's been entertaining to watch and more to come for sure.
Well, we got to get out of here because the scoring summary is going to take up a good part of the intermission as we bring in our host of Hitman Hockey, Azam Ali Nanji. Your thoughts on that opening 20, and what do you have for us in the intermission?
Well, it seemed like the Hitmen were shot out of a cannon, and then the Prince Albert Raiders kind of found their game, tied it, but a good, hard-working shift in the final minute by Carson Wetsch, and that's what you need from your captain. It puts the Hitmen out in front by 1 after 20 minutes. It'll be good to see how this team responds after the intermission break. For the intermission, we've got lots of stuff. We've got the scoring summary with a quick out-of-town scoreboard, then a quick break, and then the assistant general manager of the Calgary Hitmen, Cass Bruni, will join me and talk a bit about how he became the assistant general manager through his path. We'll also talk about the team and how the whole team has been constructed this year.
Looking forward to it. Assistant General Manager Cass Bruni is part of intermission number 1. Azam takes full control when we come back. It's the Hitmen on home ice, leading the Prince Albert Raiders 3-2 after 1. This is Hitman Hockey on Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
You're clear.
Thank you.
When it comes to keeping your business safe from fire, you want the winning team on your side. Classic Fire and Life Safety delivers dependable fire protection services to our clients across Canada.
Hey, Zom.
Yeah, buddy.
For the Hitmen in a minute, like, if there's a bunch of goals like that, do I kind of just include more like the tying ones and the ones that are goal
you can cut the goal clips, so you know how as soon as like he scores and then you don't have to have the goal horn and stuff, you can kind of cut that down.
Okay, but include all the goals though?
Yeah, try as much as you can.
Okay.
So I keep it like a minute and a half.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Are you good to come back after this one?
Yeah, we're going to do a quick change around. Well, yeah, we'll do a quick scoring. So we'll do turnaround. We'll do the intermission interview first, and then I'll do the scoring summary.
Okay, sounds good.
Prone to leaks and bursts, Canyon Plumbing and Heating specializes in poly B removal and replacement. Call them for a free site assessment and accurate quote for your project.
So yeah, we'll do the quick like five-ish minutes to chat, and then I'll do.
This is Calgary.
Sounds good. You're not potted up yet.
A fan.
Let's go.
After 20 minutes of play, the Calgary Hitmen lead the Prince Albert Raiders by a score of 3-2. Welcome inside your first intermission here at the Scotiabank Scattle Dome. My name is Azam Ali Nanji, high above the ice surface at the Peter Marr radio broadcast booth, and now joined by Hitman Assistant General Manager Cass Bruni. Cass, just welcome aboard, and how are you doing right now?
I'm doing really good. Yeah, really good. Our team's on a really good stretch here. We've been improving throughout the first 30 games, and yeah, really excited to join the team.
How do you make of the first 20 minutes? What did you see from your team, and what do you think they need to do in the final 40 minutes?
You know what? It was a volatile period. I liked parts of our game and then a few breakdowns, but what I like to see is we had possession game for most of it, and we outshot them heavily. So hopefully we just settled down with a few of those breakdowns and turnovers, and then keep the shot count up.
I wanted to start by talking about the path to the end of general manager. You were first a video coach, then a scout, and now the AGM. Just kind of talk us through how your path to this position has now come through.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a different path. I get that question a lot. I started as you said, the video coach here, working part-time. I was lucky Mike Moore and all the executives here gave me a chance to look at all the parts of hockey operations, so I moved into the scouting staff after on a part-time basis, and then ended up leaving my corporate job downtown to join the Hitman on a full-time basis, which I'm really lucky to have, working with some really good people, and Gary Davidson and Mike Moore being two of them who have a lot of experience in junior hockey.
How's that transition been? Obviously, a corporate job is much different than being here in a regular job that you're watching hockey a lot.
It's a dream come true. I grew up in the city. I grew up watching the Hitmen and the Flames, of course. I love hockey. I played hockey. It's been a part of me and my family for a long time. So it's a different change, but there's nothing better than coming to the rink every day.
Working alongside Gary Davidson, you talked about that as well. Just how has he been as a mentor? A guy who's been in this league for a really long time, knows almost a lot of time before even, the black and whites happened. You had to call in on the phone line to get your WHL scores.
I couldn't ask for a better mentor. Him and Mike have been awesome. Gary is a great eye. He has great relationships. He's extremely well respected in the business. So to learn from him on a day-to-day basis about how to manage and structure a team and how to identify players, I'm really fortunate.
The team has made a lot of moves. First Ethan Bonaventure obviously departs as a 20-year-old goaltender. You bring in Kalen Parker, you bring in Connor Vidston, you bring in Tanner Howe, who's now representing Canada at the World Junior Championship. Just talk about, what kind of led to this decision of how this direction of the team. We know last year it was a lot about the youth. This year it seems more about the all-round game, balancing with veterans and youth.
You're right. I think last year we dedicated our ice time and the development of our young players, and that was our priority. This year, I think, to be completely honest, we were ahead of where we thought we would be, and we let our team dictate what we do as a group, and we thought this team deserved a little bit of help just because of the play and how we've been in the first bit, and it's a credit to our coaching staff and the players. They've been playing really well. They've been improving since game one, so we thought the additions of Parker and how would help elevate this group and elevate the standard even more.
How have you seen, Paul McFarland comes back after coaching in the NHL? Just, what kind of style does he bring to the team, and what have you seen during practice and in games as well?
Paul is a brilliant hockey mind. He brings a lot of pace to everything. There's a standard of behavior that he sets, and I think our team just has a new standard that is of excellence that he brings from the pro level. In terms of his practices, it's high pace. There's no room for error and breaks. It's great. It's a new standard of the way we do things, and we're really lucky to have him. I think just the habits that we've created as a group and as a team, the defensive structure and our possession game, that's a lot of credit to Paul.
Also, he brings in a new coaching staff, a former Hitman as well. Just how were you part of that process, bringing in the coaching staff, or did you have any input in that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a collective effort to determine what the staff would be, and there's a lot of things that go into it. I think one, it's allowing Paul to complement him and his skills, and with David Lifton and Ben Wilson, I think they're two really good young coaches. They have a variety of experience, and they're really good hockey people. They work hard. Ben, of course, has a great work ethic. He was a great player, and of course won a championship in 2010 here. He brings along some pro coaching experience as well. And then David Lifton, of course, has some great coaching experience already. He's really focused on the development of our defense, which is a priority for us. So I think both of them have a really good complement to what Paul brings to the table.
You have a young goaltending tandem, Eric Tu and Anders Miller, who's now come into the fold. How have you seen this kind of tandem? You really have three as well. Ivan Pukabelka is there in there as well with three young goaltenders. How do you see this kind of goaltending group?
We're excited about our young goalies. I think we have three goalies that have proven and have provided big help to key wins for us throughout the season. We wanted to provide an opportunity for them to get better. We know they're young goalies in this league. It's hard to be a goaltender, especially a 16-year-old goaltender in this league, and there's going to be growing pains, but we're able to accept that. We believe in our group and the talent of our goalies, and we want to give them an opportunity to improve and excel here.
Ben Kindle continues to, make some notice and buzz about, his draft year, just, a second-round pick. What was the Hitman kind of thinking when they took him in the second round and to what he's become now?
With our scouting staff, there's a lot of emphasis on hockey sense. Ben is a really smart hockey player. That's what we've emphasized. I think he was a bit undersized and maybe a bit undervalued in his draft year, and we were lucky enough to have him and pick him in the second round. He's competitive. He has smarts and he processes the game at a high level, and most importantly, he's a great kid and he's determined to be a hockey player. So he's improved every year since we got him in his 15, 16, and now his 17-year-old year, and we're excited to see what is next for him.
What is his and Oliver Tulk's kind of relationship? They seem to be clicking like best friends that are one half of each brain. They know where each other are at almost every single time, but also as Ben transitions to the center, Oliver Tulk has really been a guy to help him in the center position as well.
You know, and even stemming from last year, they've always had chemistry together, and smart players and skilled hockey players, they tend to work off of each other really well. Ben has some versatility where he can play any position. That's what makes him special. He's a smart player. He can play the wing and play center, but they're clicking for sure, and they love playing together.
Indeed, and then I just want to talk a bit about, Ben Kindle and himself in how he's kind of elevated himself as a leadership role. He wears a letter for this team, not the loudest guy in the room, pardon me, but dictates his play by showing it on the ice. How has he kind of taken that step as well?
No, I think he's taken a huge step. I know Paul really leans on him to kind of unify and bring together that young group of 08s and 07 16, 17-year-old birth years we have, and he's taken a lot of steps in everything. He's matured a lot as a kid, and he understands the key he is to our group. I think he's really taken that leadership and that next step. And the one thing about Ben is there's no game that's too big for him. He can go to the international tournaments, prospect games, and in here, and he wants to be a difference maker, and that's what we love about him. He's going to be a big part of our future.
Yeah, definitely. How important is it with him to kind of lean off of Carter Yakachuk and Carson Wetsch, who just went through the draft process as well, knowing that scouts are going to be in the building watching your games, talking to you? How important is that experience that they can pass on to him?
I think it is key. I think those two are really good leaders for us. They set a really good example. I know they interact lots, but you know what? Ben's handling it really well. He's a mature kid. He comes from a family of sports and really good athletes, so he's handling it really well. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He's a very humble kid, so that and the support we have around him with those players, I think he's been handling it really well.
Last one for you, and really appreciate the time. What can we expect from this team before the trade deadline? Is there going to be more additions, or is there something you guys are looking to improve on?
It's hard. It's hard because you don't know what the market is going to be, but we really like our team. That's what I'll say, and I think it's on us to explore every opportunity to look at our group, but knowing what the market is, it's hard to say at this point, but we're exploring all opportunities to make our team better because we really like our team and the growth we've seen so far this year.
Really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and giving some insight on the operations and well-deserved welcome back to the Assistant General Manager role.
Absolutely, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well, and Happy Holidays. That is the Assistant General Manager of the Calgary Hitmen, Cass Bruni, joining us here in the Peter Mart Radio broadcast booth. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to do the quick scoring summary before we get you back for period number 2 between Calgary Hitmen and the Prince Albert Raiders. You're listening to Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
You're clear.
Thank you. And if you can clip that and just kind of keep that in the interviews as well, that'd be great.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks. And I'll do all the Hitmen goals.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you just want the 30 here?
Do a minute and a half.
Minute and a half, sounds good.
Out in the open. Just pick them up and try them on.
You have our official permission.
And every ring has a price on it that includes all the diamonds.
Come to Spence.
It's time to get engaged.
Spence. Open late across from Chinook Center.
Landlords spend 76 hours managing their property in a year.
That's 19 date nights.
25 hockey games. And 37
Dad, let's get some ice cream.
moments.
What could you be doing with your time?
At Hope Street, we help busy landlords get their time back. Live life, get paid. Become an armchair landlord today. Hope Street, because life's too short to spend it managing properties.
Hope Street
Been good.
Hockey, like business, is a team sport.
Last ad here.
You need a teammate in your corner you can trust.
Thanks, Bill. At Classic Fire and Life Safety, we deliver trusted and dependable fire protection services to our clients across Canada. We protect your business as if it were our own. Our passion for safety and excellence means your people and property are in the best hands. With Classic Fire and Life Safety, you're getting a dependable teammate who is there for you when you need us most.
Better safety starts at ClassicFire.com.
This is Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the Peter Maher Radio broadcast booth. The Hitmen lead the Raiders by a score of 3-2 after 20 minutes of play. Let's get right to the scoring summary. The Hitmen were shot out of the cannon, and a guy who's hot remains hot because Callum Parker scores for a third straight game.
goes right back to Calgary. Tulk, left wing at center, Adazinski. Kindle drives the lane, but the pass goes to the trailing Parker. The shot, he scores! He's done it again! Turn on the red light. Caleb Parker gives Calgary the 1-0 lead.
Parker's 7th of the season from David Adazinski and Oliver Tulk. A beautiful pass gets the Hitmen a 1-0 lead at the 5:07 mark, and the Hitmen were not done there.
In front of the penalty box, and Aura transitions ahead to Vinston. Storming into the Raider zone, goes wide left, wrap around, he scores! The old Lenny McDonald wraparound for Connor Vinston, and it's 2-0 Calgary.
Connor Vinston gets double digits since coming back. He hits his 10th of the season from Hunter Aura and Ryland Ing. Really love Ryland Ing on that play. Really puts a good effort in the neutral zone, comes out, and he takes full advantage of it. And Connor Vinston, the benefactor. 3 minutes later, it is 2-0 Hitman. Now, they had a power play, didn't score on it. They took their foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and the Raiders would take advantage. It would be Ty Menier who would get his 8th of the season from Riley Boychuk and Luke Morzaz, as he was able to tap home a rebound that went off the post off Eric 2 and clean up the garbage. And then the captain, Justice Christensen, would get his 7th. A big blast from the point through Eric 2 would tie this game at 2 minutes of play, but the Hitmen would not go gently into the first intermission.
Off the draw, great save made by Fortin. Off a release from Carson Wetsch, trying to give Calgary a late lead. Again, power move, he scores! Wetsch to it, it's 3-2 Calgary.
Carson Wetsch with a big power move, able to get one past his 12th of the season from Maxim Moranov at 19:32 of period number 1, gives Hitman a 3-2 lead after 20 minutes of play. Lots of like in the first half, and then the final minute of that third period, but that middle part, the Hitmen will need to do some work on, because Prince Albert did play last night, so they're going to be a little bit tired. They need to take advantage of that. Shots on goal in period number 1, 22 for Calgary, 10 for the Raiders. Hitmen got the only 2 power plays in period number 1. They went 0-for-2. No power plays for the Prince Albert Raiders, which is good for the Calgary Hitmen, because they will take on the number 1 power play unit in the WHL when they get an opportunity. Faceoffs were 12-10 in favor of the Raiders. Before we get you to Brad Curl and Jeff Hollick for period number 2, let's quickly look at the out-of-town scoreboard. This is the only game going on in the WHL, so no other games in the WHL. So we'll take a look at the NHL scores in the third period. About just over 7 minutes to go. The Leafs have a 4-2 lead over the Dallas Stars. Bobby McMahon has his 7th of the season to double the lead, and Casey DeSmith came in for Jake Onger, who did not have a very good night. The Panthers out to a 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Wild. That is approaching the 5-minute mark of period number 1. Aaron Ekblad has the only goal in that one. One final score, the Red Wings put up a 6-spot against the Philadelphia Flyers. They take a victory of 6-4, and the game-winning goal came off Joey Veleno's stick. And the 2 late games I'll get going just past 8 o'clock Mountain Time will be the Canucks visiting the Utah Hockey Club, while the Ducks host the Jets as they look to continue a home hard stand. And you know, there's still been a lot of trades here in the NHL. Firstly, the Seattle Kraken have acquired Capo Caco from the New York Rangers in exchange for Will Brogan and a 3rd-round pick in 2025 and a 6th-round pick in 2025, as well as the St. Louis Blues have traded Pierre-Olivier Joseph back to the Pittsburgh Penguins for future considerations, and the Montreal Canadiens have acquired defenseman Alexander Carrier from the Nashville Predators in exchange for defenseman Justin Barron, and a lot of trade action happening in the NHL. And the Calgary Wranglers, to wrap things up, will be in action against the Ontario Reign just past 8 o'clock. That'll wrap us up for our out-of-town scoreboard and for intermission number 1. Period 2 around the corner. Jeff Hollick, Brad Curl have the call. Gentlemen, what do we expect from the Hitmen in period number 2?
Well, I would think things might tighten up a little bit, Awesome, but I don't know. We're on pace for a 9-6 hockey game right now. Could it keep it going, Jeff? What do you think?
Well, I think both coaches will be happy the way their club played offensively, but I think Calgary in their own zone without the puck got to tighten things down. I think Prince Albert's got to take the neutral zone away from Calgary. Too many rushes through the zone. Other than that, I'm not sure what the coaches would have said because there was a lot of positives for both clubs.
It's going to be a fun game to play in, though, that's for sure. Off the draw, we are underway in period number 2. Calgary guards the net to our left, the Raiders to the right, and the puck in that Raiders zone. As Volkfest plays it up the wall, intercepted by Connor Vidson of Calgary. He'll go behind the net, trying to hook up with Wetsch, who has given Calgary the 1-goal lead, scoring in the final minute of the first. To the corner now to Vidston. He too has a goal tonight. Now behind the net to Maranoff, twisting and turning, trying to lug it out in front. He'll spin, he'll take a shot, and Fortin got a piece of that, and maybe the goalpost, Jeff.
Definitely the glove, as Maranoff, a spin-around shot, didn't know where it was going.
Raiders on the turn back. Oyering with a drop pass. Crocker will shovel his way into the left wing corner. Parker rides him off behind the net, and the puck squirts free. Dax Williams in pursuit, but pinching in is Dragicevic. He'll knock it to the corner. There'll be a penalty coming up as Crocker was spilled. It'll go to Calgary, and a cross-checking minor will be doled out here. First power play of the night for this potent, lethal power play owned by the Prince Albert Raiders.
Yeah, ranked number 1 in the WHL. 30% efficiency. Mrsic, 10 goals. Oyering, 7. Crocker's got 7. Everything goes through Dragicevic, Brad, the defenseman. He moves around. He gets shots through. Boy, this is a very strong power play. You're happy if you're around 25%. They're over 30% efficiency. The penalty, by the way, went to Maranoff.
Cross-checking the call. Raiders man advantage looking to tie the game. Oyering is out with Matchis and Crocker up front. They've got Mrsic and Dragicevic on the back end, and to win the draw to Dragicevic. Across, here's Mrsic again to Dragicevic. Hounded there by Ben Kindle. But he'll spin off the check. Looking for Mrsic. It'll go to the blue line, and a nice hold in there for Matchis. Down the wall, picked off by Ora. High on the glass over the head of Matchis and down the ice.
Matchis went down awkwardly in the first period, Brad. Didn't play a lot of shifts. He's moving pretty gingerly, but he'll be dangerous on this power play.
Raiders to bring it up. Here comes Dragicevic to his left to Oyering. He'll hook one back to the trailing Tomas Mrsic. Mrsic on the year, 22 points on the power play. He'll get it into the corner. Yakimchuk to it first for the Hitman, wants to seal the boards. Raiders come in, jam, trying to pop it out of there. Does squirt out. It'll come to the blue line. Dragicevic trying to hold it in. Spins it across, but the pass eluding Oyering. And it's a self-clear, and the Raiders reset in the neutral zone. There is Matchis. He'll sauce one up ahead, just out of the reach of Oyering. If that's on the mark, he's got a breakaway from the slot in. Yakimchuk to the boards, tied up, loose puck Calgary. It's spun around and sent down by Gorzinski.
Calgary's penalty kill, 16th overall, Brad. It does so many great things, but all of a sudden there'll be a breakdown. We saw one there. Should have been a breakaway.
Raiders to bring it up. Rookie defenseman Rudolph through center. Drop pass to Tomas Mrsic, the former Tiger, on the prowl. Goes to the right wing wall. Skated ahead by Doobie, curling off the check of Williams. He'll go to the blue line. Rudolph across. He's got Christensen. One of the Raider goals tonight to the corner to Mrsic. Trying to go to Mraz. Broken up by the Hitman, but Christensen holds at the line. Across to the right side. Rudolph into the corner now. It's Mraz. Again to Rudolph at the line. To his left. Christensen. Seam pass picked off by Williams. Great read by number 2. And down the ice it goes.
Yeah, like a football linebacker. He's lurking in the middle zone there, Brad. He saw the guy, saw the opening, and as soon as the pass was going to be thrown, he picked it off.
Well, they say reading the eyes of the quarterback
there, sure.
Here's Meunier up the ice now for the Raiders. Left wing side, Mraz taken to the boards by Calgary. As Rylan Ing doing a terrific job inside the line, hounding the puck. Christensen trying to keep it in, did so. He's got Doobie with it, but Pasarchuk, a reaching stick, will nudge it to center. Raider power play disappears. Hitman back to full strength as Maranoff time served. He's out of jail, and the puck now inside the Hitman zone. Mraz for PA, works it around behind the net. Trying to locate it is Meunier to the blue line. There's Dugan Peterson to carry it down, protects against Maranoff, slips it off to Mraz, into the slot. Doobie fans on the shot, but they'll keep it in. Christensen a drive, that hit Ing, corner to Yakimchuk, looking behind the net to Pasarchuk. It's being disrupted by Doobie. Wetsch in to help out. The captain puts it in a body. It comes in front. Meunier can't shoot it at the line. Peterson will hold it in, slides it to his right. Here's now Palmerine to the right circle, and a shot delivered there out of play off the stick of Evan Smith.
Prince Albert power play 0 for 1. No shots on goal. I don't remember them attempting one, Brad. Could have had a breakaway with Oyering open up the middle of the slot there. Just good pressure by Calgary, anticipating the passes, getting in the shooting lanes, and not much happening for the Raiders on that power play.
No, still without a shot this period is PA. Calgary's got 2 themselves with 16:39 to go in the second. Hitman goals tonight from Parker, Vidston, and Wetsch. The Raiders, Meunier and Christensen have both found the back of the net. Face-off left of Eric 2, deep in the Calgary zone. 2, his first start in 6 games. Came on in relief and picked up the win over Swift Current on Sunday, stopping 13 of 14, including a prime-time save off of Misselbacher. when it was a 4-3 game. Puck in behind his net on the boards. Calgary's got it locked down. Raiders try and pry it off the wall over there. Bebo able to squirt free with it, trying to cycle it back. It's intercepted by Kindle of Calgary. His pass bounces around out at center ice. It's still spinning like a top, trying to work it ahead. It comes back to Kindle. Another pass to Valiant is intercepted, and the Raiders in their own zone. Peterson, right side of the ice. He'll be pushed ahead by Paul Marine, and at center ice, stick handling to the Calgary line is Smith. Pushed off stride. Hitman take away Parker. Outlet to Tulk. Breakaway pass. Adazinski in Scott-free shot. Barred down. Scores! What a rocket from the pride of Coquitlam, British Columbia. Calgary's doubled their lead. It's 4-2.
That'll be the third assist in the game for Oliver Tulk. He goes blue line to blue line on the tape, off the bench. Adazinski catches it, comes in on the forehand, goes far side, top corner on the stick side. A beautiful goal by Adazinski, his 5th of the year. But again, Tulk, the hard tape-to-tape pass, sprung him loose, and Calgary's back up by 2.
Adazinski does so many good things defensively, blocking shots, always committed to his own zone, but every now and then you get a chance of him in some daylight, and he's got finish as well.
By number 17, David Adazinski. Assist to number 37, Oliver Tulk, and to number 8, Caleb Parker. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 6 seconds. Adazinski, 5th of the year from Tulk, and Parker at 4:06.
Well, you're back on the teeter-totter. It was 2-0 Calgary. Raiders tied it at 2. Now it's 4-2 Hitman. Raiders go, okay, it's our turn now. Next 2 belong to us. They're in the Calgary zone. Dragicevic off the left wing circle. Took a shot. 2 made the save on the short side. Rebound, Hitman Barrett up the right wing wall, and it's Noah Kosick. Moore heading up the pond. Kosick, though, will dump it in, and Moore will head in on the forecheck. Ethan Moore could add a couple of goals in that first period. He was very noticeable on the offensive side. Puck in the Raiders zone. Dragicevic, hounded by Maranoff, got some help, and they'll get a chance now to get it up. It is Boychuk to center to Meunier. They got the 16-year-olds on the ice together, but the pass is off the mark. They'll both go change, and the Hitmen secure in their own zone. Yakimchuk, far blue line pass to Vidston. It dribbled off his stick deep into the Raiders zone. Christensen will take it away. Wetsch forechecking on him, spun him around, lost his stick in the process, took a run at Maranoff, but bounced off did Christensen. Maranoff now behind the net, trying to field it around for Vidston, but it's off the mark, and Matchis will lay at the center ice. Bumped by Wetsch, rink-wide pass, has Doobie coming in, and the shot didn't miss by much. 2 was backing into his net. Doobie went to the far post and just outside of that iron. Loose puck to Calgary now. Yakimchuk pickpocketed by Doobie. Shot blocked by Pisarchuk. Doobie's got it again. Former Seattle Thunderbird down low to Christoph Matchis, 2-spotter. He's a 20-year-old import on this Raider roster, and he's knocked over behind the Calgary net. And Jeff, this might be his last shift of the night. He gets up. He can barely move as he goes his way to the Raider bench. We'll keep an eye on 34. Puck inside the Raider zone. Hitmen have it. Brandon Gorzinski off the left circle. Played it to the trailing Parker. Walks in. Shot. Kick save. Made by Fortin. Big rebound. Collected by Williams. His shot is off the shoulder of Fortin and goes up and out of play.
Yeah, Calgary again doing some great things inside the zone. Parker denied. In close. It stays 4-2.
13:52 remains in the second. Timeout down at ice level. You're tuned to Hitman Hockey on Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
It's a Lease Busters helps you exit your lease penalty-free. Car Cost Canada scores with hidden rebates and insider pricing. And the Car
Tulk has
Magazine
2 assists. I said 3. It's 2.
Car news and
What were you saying?
lifestyle stories.
Did you see
Whether you're
Matchis
looking
leave
to
there?
save
Yeah.
money, find your
Very
next
laborsome.
ride, or just
Yeah.
love reading about
So
cars,
Tulk,
this
Parker,
is your
406.
winning team. Visit
Yeah.
leasebusters.com, carcostcanada.com, and thecarmagazine.com today. That's a hat trick for car buyers.
Looking for the perfect blend of vibrant living and affordability? Discover Sora by Homes by Abby,
you want
your
this?
gateway to
Yeah,
home
sure.
ownership.
Nestled in beautiful southeast
Come back
Calgary,
after this, Colton,
Sora
please.
features
Thank you.
stylish late
Yeah, you bet.
to create a legal suite. The perfect opportunity to build your nest egg.
And with quick access to shops, trails, and everything you need, you'll absolutely thrive.
Starting from the mid-500s,
Got a phone
it's
call
time
during
to
the
take
game.
the leap and build
That's
your
rare.
new nest in Sora.
Homes by Abby, built for you, designed for life.
Now, back to Brad Curl and Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Well, going into the game, Calgary ranked 6th overall as far as getting shots on goal, Brad. They usually average 34 per game. They might hit 34 midway through this game. They're at 27 already. Fortin has been solid, even though he's given up 4 goals back there. He's been pretty busy.
Kalen Parker saying after the game against Swift Current as the puck rolls to the Raider net is scooped up by Fortin that You got to stay checked in. You can't check out of this one. Yeah, you want to get home. Yeah, you want to see your friends and your family, but you're still going to get to see them when the game's over. You might as well get the 2 points. And the Raiders, I'm sure, thinking the same thing. Big push for PA here to find their way back into it in the second. They did it in the first. Can they do it again here in the second? They'll get the puck into the Calgary zone. There is Parker. The bank out of the boards for Calgary. Gorzinski to center to Kindle up the left side of Tulk. Into the Raiders zone. He'll stop up. Seam pass through the legs of Gorzinski. Trying to reach it off the boards. Prince Albert to take it away. And here comes Oiring at center. A place pass. Dragosevic had joined the rush, but it's off the mark. Other way goes Gorzinski. Stick lifted, but he fought off Crocker to lift it in, but hit the linesman, and that goes offside. So what's at stake going into the break? Well, normally you go in and you're halfway through your season, 34 of 68, but Calgary, this is game number 30 tonight. Should they win it, Jeff, they will go into the break tied for second in the conference with the Saskatoon Blades, just 1 point back of the conference leading Medicine-Hat Tigers. Should the Prince Albert Raiders win it, they would jump up into a three-way tie for fifth in the conference.
And since there's such a wide, difference between games played, look at the winning percentage. That sometimes tells you who's having a greater season based on not the points but the winning percentage. And Calgary is number one. Although in the West they'd be fourth overall or even fifth overall. Those teams out west, there's 5 dominant teams. But Calgary right now with the best percentage in the Eastern Conference.
They're going to be a man down here as Carter Yakimchuk goes to play the puck. It leaves the rink. So it's a delay of game penalty. Puck over the glass.
Well, without Yakimchuk on this penalty kill, remember Hertig is at the World Juniors, so is Howe. Those are usually guys that are out there a lot on the penalty kills. So we'll see who head coach Paul McFarland uses, especially with defensemen here. On this penalty kill, you expect Parker, you expect Williams and guys like that, but who else will he count on?
We'll find out. Face off to the right of Eric, too, who always likes to jump up a little bit in the net before the face off. Draw down goes to the Raiders. Oiring left circle. Here's Matchis up top. They'll work the line. Dragosevic left side of the ice. Matchis trying to flay it on down. Got a man Crocker. Back to Matchis. Again to the line. Dragosevic switching places with Matchis. Works it off to the right side of the ice. It's Mrsic now to Matchis. And a shot from Dragosevic is blockered away by the goaltender Eric, too. Raiders working it around up top. And the puck is on the boards. Mrsic digs it out to the blue line. Dragosevic, right side of the ice, Matches back door, and unable to tip it in was Niall Crocker. Behind the net, Oiring arrives on the scene. Good retrieval by the Raiders here, taking shots but getting it back when they don't put it in the net. Dragosevic at the line. He'll try a long shot. Kick save made by 2 with a left pad. Rebound to Parker, swatted to the line, kept in by Mrsic. Right boards. Turning there is Rudolph. Into the corner they go. Crocker, right circle. Mrsic shot 2. The save. The rebound is loose behind him. Rescued at the line. Now it's in. No quit by Prince Albert. Looked like Calgary was going to hold it off the goal line, but Tomas Mrsic finds it in, and Prince Albert right back in this thing, trail it 4-3.
Yeah, the key to the power play this time around for Prince Albert was puck retrieval. Every time they lost it, they got it back right away. The wrist shot handled by 2, but it's going behind him on the goal line. Calgary was there with a stick to clear it out, but 2 with his momentum to come back to help out actually might have knocked it in. Could be 2 Calgary sticks and a goalie pad that knocked that puck in, Brad, but Prince Albert gets on the scoreboard with their power play goal, again ranked number 1 in the WHL, and Mrsic's got his 11th, which is one of the tops in the league.
That puck was crawling as it made its way.
Oh, jeepers.
Had it been late in the period, it probably would have got stuck in a snowbank, but just enough to get in there. So the Raiders have 3 goals on 14 shots. Here is their latest.
Prince Albert goal, a power play goal, is 18th of the year, scored by number 26, Tomas Mrsic. Assist to number 24, Niall Crocker, and to number 10, Daxon Rudolph. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 40 seconds. Mrsic power play goal, 18th of the year from Crocker and Rudolph at 7:40.
Well, maybe we are on pace for a 9-6 hockey game tonight. They've got 2 more goals on the board here in the second, and we're only, not even 8 minutes in. Raiders coming up the left side. Here is, Meunier to the front of the goal. It hits the goal post. Lodwick may have got a stick on it. Calgary in transition. Here comes Oliver Tulk. Gorzinski drives the net. Tulk crossing over. He'll take a shot. And Fortin makes the save. Right place, right time, top of the crease, and made that one look easy.
Yeah, Mrsic again with the goal, is 18th of the year. His 11th on the power play, which ties him for the league lead with Jordan Keller of the Kamloops Blazers. Crocker with that assist has points now in 4 straight games, averaging over 2 points a game, Brad. That's his 9th point in his last 4 games, and you can see what's so great about the power play. Yes, you get scoring chances. Yes, you've got a great defenseman, but little things like puck retrieval is so important. When you're on a 2-minute power play and you're in that zone for a full 2 minutes, because you're always winning the puck, increases your chances to score. They weren't out of their own zone at all there.
Yeah, can you get it back? And the Raiders did multiple times on that sequence. Draw to Calgary here. Valiant muscled off of it in the high circle area, and the Raiders head the other way. Here's Durkach in over the line. Smothered down. Loose puck. Hitman a chance to get it out, but Mays can't locate it. Ing will kick it back for the defense. Parker behind the net now to Dax Williams. Out the left side. Valiant leaned on by Paul Marine, and this will go down the ice. Icing waved off, maybe saying that Paul Marine could have played it instead of the body. Calgary gets their nose up the ice on the forecheck now. Mays causing chaos, but it'll be Evan Smith on top of it. Right side of the ice. Paul Marine out through center ice looking for Durkach. That slides down into the Calgary zone. Eric 2 is out of the net, winds it around to Yakimchuk right corner. Trying to pass it off. Durkach, a run in his neighborhood, will hound him away, but Yakimchuk kicks it ahead. Nobody there to get the puck out, though. He's got to do it himself, and he does to center. Now Sawyer Mays is on the scene, but he's denied zone entry by Volkfest. Yakimchuk carries ahead. Tracking back for the Raiders is Boychuk to knock that free, and Prince Albert's Meunier now up to the Hitman blue line, but the pass missing the skate of Mraz. This is icing called against the Prince Albert Raiders.
Boy, when you say the name Durkach, I get flashbacks to about 40 years ago when I was growing up and going to Saskatoon Blade games, watching Wendell Clark and Dale Durkach. That's his dad, played for the Regina Pats. He averaged, Brad, over 70 goals a year. He played 3 years with the Regina Pats, 4 years actually, but he had 3 years in a row where he was like 70 plus goals. He's first all time in Regina Pats history for career points. And now his son is playing for, well, one of the rivals of the Regina Pats, the Prince Albert Raiders.
Yeah, 17-year-old Dace Durkach off the draw. Calgary's got the puck at their own blue line. It is Hunter Ora, banked it up the left wing side. Brandon Gorzinski was there, but the Raiders knock it free, and they've got possession. It's Dragosevic at his own blue line, walking it across, bounce pass on the left wing side. Meunier now up ahead of Mraz, in over the blue line, spinning in traffic, taken away by Ben Kindle. Ahead now to Oliver Tulk, 2 assists night, try to slide by the check. Volkfest played the body on him and knocked him off stride. That allows Dragosevic to take it away out the right wing side. Raiders Boychuk, now the trailing Volkfest. Up the left side, Meunier swam the check of Parker, fed it across the ice. Raiders changing, close to too many men, but not. And Oiring will put it in behind the net. Meunier's got it in front to Oiring. Bottled up by the checking Williams, who made sure that puck got behind the net, did one better. Got it up the left wing to Ben Kindle, and he'll bring it to center ice. 4-3 Hitman. Kindle the long shoot in right on the net of Fortin. Calgary up to 29 shots on goal. Raiders have almost half as much at 15, but they're right in this thing, down 4-3, and here they come, looking to tie it. Oiring over the line, threw it to the net, knocked away by the stick of Williams. On the boards, Rudolph will hold it in. To the corner it goes. Calgary's Vidston dishes off to Dax Williams. He's under pressure, take it to the boards, but nudges it up the wall. Wetsch unable to get the puck out. Williams will help it. Dax Williams having a whale of a night up the right side to Vidston, and he'll lift it in deep. Rudolph to go get it. Around behind, slips it back to Christensen. He's got a PA goal. The Mrsic kicked it to the middle, but right to Calgary's Kosick. Backing away from the Raiders zone. He couldn't shoot it. And Prince Albert takes the puck and brings it to center. Tomas Mrsic in over the line to Oiring. Up the left side he goes to the high slot. Here's Crocker! Shot blockered away by 2. Up on the dasher. It's loose to Calgary, and Moore will play to center. Adazinski takes off. He made it 4-2 Calgary earlier this period. Dropped it to Ora right up the middle. Save made by Fortin on the rebound. But unable to get to it was Adazinski. Played away by Paul Marine. And the Raiders behind their net. Up the left wing boards it goes. Peterson can't get the puck out. Yakimchuk will pinch to hold it in. He gets shoved down, and the puck will get knocked by him. Kosick covering at the line, though. Held it in momentarily, but Peterson will lay it to center ice. There they come into the Calgary zone. Lodwick drives the net. Here's a shot off the right wing. They score! Boychuk finds the top corner, and the Prince Albert Raiders, riding the teeter-totter, have drawn even again. It's 4-4.
Great shot there by Boychuk, the second overall pick in the WHL draft a couple of years ago. Calgary just had their best shift as far as sustained pressure in the Prince Albert zone that time around, but a good spring pass out to center. Almost a complete 2-on-1. Lodwick goes to the net. Defenseman kind of trailed back there was Ora, and Boychuk got deeper and deeper, and he's a sniper, Brad. We're tied again. Two-goal leads for Calgary. Both have been removed here, and Boychuk on the score sheet.
Southern Alberta boy is Riley Boychuk out of Cochrane, Alberta. Played at NAX U18 last year. Had 62 points in 27 games. You put the puck on his stick with space, and he knows what to do with it.
Scored by number 23, Riley Boychuk. Assist to number 5, Dugan Peterson. Time of the goal, 11 minutes, 45 seconds. Boychuk, third of the year from Peterson at 11:45.
So two teams riding 3-game winning streaks have definitely dealt with some adversity along the way, and they've handled it beautifully, both clubs tonight. It's a 4-4 tie. Puck in behind the Calgary net. Raiders put it out in front. It'll come to the blue line. Able to hold it in is Evan Smith. Got some giddy up in his stride. On down to Boychuk. Smothered by Caleb Parker. Smith trying to waggle it out, but the former Rebel can't. And it'll come to Calgary's Sawyer Mays out the left side. Pisarchuk jumping up, trying to play it ahead of Valiant. It hit his skate. Pisarchuk trying to shoot it in. This one goes deep. And goaltender Fortin will lay it aside. Shots are 30-16. That's a game total some nights. Guess what? We're still in the second period. Guess what again? There's still 7:20 to go in the second period. Who knows where this thing's going to end up? Raiders have it at center. They'll drive the puck into Calgary territory, courtesy of Bibeau. It's a recovery expedition. Two of them into the left wing corner. Bibeau among them. Talk defending for Calgary along with Yakimchuk, but Bibeau's got it locked down on the boards. Talk trying to fish through his legs. Bibeau squirts it up near the half wall. It'll be moved by Smith to the line, but he missed Christensen with it, and Kindle trying to fend off. Christensen does. Brings it up on a 2-on-2. He'll circle back, looking for a trailer. Rudolph's all on him. Yakimchuk strides ahead. Into the slot he goes, but it's knocked off the end of his stick. Into the corner, shoves off Christensen, takes command of the puck. Leaves it for Talk, looking to the slot behind Gorzinski, and the Raiders a chance to get it out. On the left wing side, Bibeau. He got knocked over by Kindle. Loose puck to PA, and it's Evan Smith. Chance to get it out, and the former Rebel says, you know what, I'm going to take the icing here. I'm going to shoot it down, and we're going to catch our breath and hopefully settle things down.
Yeah, not allowed to change, but they do get that commercial break in the building to at least rest up.
Yeah, the lung capacity will be much better when we return. 6:28 to go in the second. What a day this one is. 4-4 Calgary Prince Albert on your home of Hitman Hockey. Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
You're clear.
And this year, we've teamed up with Skip the Depot to help us help those in need. Share the spirit of giving and support the mustard seed. Just sign up, book a pickup, and they'll take your bottles and cans to the Bottle Depot, ensuring all proceeds are sent directly to the mustard seed. Use promo code XMASYYC to get started. Help support those experiencing poverty and homelessness in Calgary with the Spirit of Giving campaign for the mustard seed. Learn more at theseed.ca.
The holidays just got brighter with an exclusive redtag.ca offer. Treat yourself to a tropical getaway with WestJet Vacations, one of Canada's favorite tour operators, and redtag.ca will gift you a $100 gift card of your choice. It's the perfect time to unwrap an incredible deal to paradise. Visit redtag.ca or call 1-866-5REDTAG for your exclusive promo code savings. Certain conditions apply. Celebrating 20 years.
Now, back to Brad Curl and Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Icing call against Prince Albert, not allowed to change players, Brad, but the same guys have to come out for this face-off.
Indeed so. Jeff Hullock, our color analyst tonight. Azamalene Angie is the host of Hitman Hockey, and Colton Panque keeping us on the air at the Groundwork Studio in downtown Calgary. Raiders get the draw and chance to get the puck up the ice. It is Justice Christensen. He'll punt it over the head of everybody and down the ice. This screams of icing again, and it is called. So once again, the Raiders will have to keep the same 5 on the pond.
Calgary in December, 4 wins and 1 loss. Started with the Teddy Bear game when they won 9-0, but since then, Brad, giving up a lot of goals. 4 in a loss in Prince Albert, 4 in an overtime win in Saskatoon, 4 in an overtime win against Kamloops. Gave up 3 the other day, and they're at 4 here today. So usually a team that gives maybe up 3 a game at most, been 4 a lot more of late.
Well, the offense has been able to cover it up, and
sure has.
They've got 3 wins in a row. Can they make it 4? They'll need at least 5 goals tonight. Although the way this thing's going, it might need 8 to win this hockey game. Puck inside the Raiders' zone. Calgary's got it. It is Carson Wetsch down below the goal line, pestered by Smith, locking him up, put his hand around his waist. Could be holding 6 days of the week, but not here on a Wednesday night. They'll let it slide. Rudolph now behind the net. It is Christensen with it out the left side. Dirkatch couldn't reach it. Ora will hold in, shovel it down low. There's Rudolph for the Raiders. Reverse pass to Christensen, hounded by Vidston, but slid it ahead, and Dirkatch will get it out. Guess what? This one's not icing against PA. They can change 4 of the 5. Vidston's going to bring the puck in. Long shot. Ford knocked it down. Rebound in the slot. Hauled away by Christensen. He'll go to Dirkatch. Now to Oiring. Speeds to the Calgary line. Spun off by Ora. And the puck to the Calgary Hitmen. It is Ethan Moore ahead to David Adazinski. Pass too far ahead. Peterson swats it back the other way for the Raiders, and stepping over the line is Crocker. He's pushed to the glass, and the puck to Calgary's Caleb Parker. He'll slide it to center to Ethan Moore at the Flaming Sea. He'll try and step in on the left wing side. Dugan Peterson hounding. Moore spins to the boards and then slides it deep to the corner. Adazinski, who's got a goal tonight. Give him 5 on the year. Waggles up the left wing wall out near the blue line. Cycle down low. He's got Ethan Moore. Chipped it out in front, but there to play it to safety was Paul Marine. Hitman get it back. Moore in the left wing corner. Chased by Peterson to the blue line. Off the bench and fresh is Brandon Gorzinski. Under 5 to go in the second. 4-4 tie. Give it to Williams, and the shot hit a leg and bounce wide. Side of the goal. Gorzinski's got it now for Calgary to the slot. Out of the reach of Tulk, and it's out of the zone as well, as the Hitman will have to reset. Boy, they had the Raiders pinned back there. Calgary off the bench. Kindle, he's fresh. Breaking in off the left wing shot. Fend on! And it rolls into the corner. Number 11 would like to have that one back. That's a rare miscue on the rush for Kindle, who's got 19 goals, looking for number 20. He'll have to wait a little longer, and he's got the puck again at center on a feed up from Parker. In over the line to the right side of the ice. It's Oliver Tulk. Shot. Fortin save. Rebound. Kindle to the goal line. And now Fortin has it covered.
Well, such magic from Kindle and Tulk. They've been together so many times in recent games, Brad, with plays like that. Tulk from long distance was just trying to get it on net, hoping for a rebound. That's what he got. Kindle was there. Goaltender was in the butterfly. I'm not sure how that one didn't go through the legs. Looked like for sure it was going to go in. Gorzinski barging through bodies. Best scoring chance Calgary's had in a while. And good save by Fortin. He's got 28 saves now.
It was 2-0 Calgary.
Penalty coming up here. Prince Albert around their goaltender talking to one of the referees.
So is it a 10-minute misconduct or a 2-minute minor? We'll see what the call is here. Referee signals to the Raiders side of the ice, a 10. So getting the early rest is Aiden Oyering, the Calgary, Alberta product, not quite on the holiday break yet, but with 4:13 to go in the second period, Prince Albert's lost their number 1 center for the next 10 minutes.
Not sure what they're arguing about. The goaltender was bumped into, but, nothing too serious was happening. Not sure why Oyering was upset. And he wasn't demonstrative either. He's talking to the referee. Must have used the wrong words there, Brad.
Sometimes it's the selection of what you say, not how you say it.
Didn't say Happy New Year, I'm guessing.
Off the draw, Calgary looking for the puck, and they've got it. Chase Valiant rolls off the right circle. Shot, pad save made by Fortin. Hitman up to 33 shots on goal in this 4-4 tie. Trying to get the puck back again. They've got it. Sawyer Mays twisting and turning on the right wing boards. Behind the net now to Rylan Ing. He's being hounded by Dragicevic, but Ing cuts it back from where he came. Trying to emerge from behind the net. He's got it again on the right wing boards. Corner to Mays. Hounded and pushed on by big Harrison Lodwick. Both players fall. The puck is underneath. Referee's going to let it go on, and the Raiders will just slam it off the wall, and getting it out and down the ice is Meunier. Yakimchuk to settle it down to the Calgary zone. Left side of the ice to Wyatt Pisarchuk. Up ahead, Rylan Ing will chip it in. Dragicevic knocked it down, but not too high. It found Lodwick, who shovels it in behind the net. There's Volkfest on the right wing boards. He'll just pitchfork it out to center ice. Pisarchuk settles down the rolling puck. Drifts it off the right wing board. Skating onto the scene is Carson Wetsch. Has a goal tonight. Barreling in on the wing. The shot. Save made by Fortin. And he'll pounce down on the rebound before either Vidston or Moranov could locate it.
Yeah, Carson Wetsch catching it on the right side, Brad. Shoulder on shoulder with Christensen. But boy, Wetsch can turn on the Jets. Or Dragicevic was there, sorry, Brad. But he came in with speed down the right side. Just too tough of an angle to maybe do anything other than getting it on net. Try to pick the short side, top side. But I think players around the WHL know Wetsch pretty well. If you're out there with him, he's going to beat most guys. You got to be able to turn around and keep up.
Face off down, won by Calgary's Vidston, but he pulls it right between the defense pairing of Williams and Parker, and they'll have to track back. Williams, quick up to Wetsch. Over the Raider blue line, will dump one to the cage. Blockered away by Fortin. In pursuit, Moranov got there ahead of Rudolph, but he couldn't do anything with it, and the Raiders will get it out. Good clearing there by Bebo into the Calgary zone. Parker trying to slip it off for Wetsch. Hounded by the Raider forechecker. That is Bebo. Wetsch trying to speed out the right side. Chip the puck to center. Off the leg of Parker to Moranov. Wants to navigate the line, but Wetsch had jumped in offside, so he deals it back to Dax Williams. On the right side now to Caleb Parker. Parker tried to shoot it in. A hit. Christensen goes the other way, and Durkach speeds ahead. 2-on-2. Play to the slot. Can't find the intended receiver. That was Boychuk. He's got it now in behind the Calgary net, but Vidston knocks it free. Finding David Adazinski, who flips it out to center ice. Christensen knocks it down with a glove and then passes through the bench. Nearly too many men. No one would touch it because of the hot potato pass. And Parker back to go get it. Fanned on it. Raiders center, but it picked off by Williams. Mraz had a man in front but couldn't get it there. Now Adazinski north for Calgary. Over the line. Here's Kindle. Shot. Shoulder save made by the goaltender Fortin. And it's up and out of play. Well, I got a text message, Jeff, because I was confused by this. When Lucas Dragosivic played in Tri-City. It was Dragosivic. He shows up in Prince Albert, and I am told it is Dragosivic.
Sevic, yep.
His father is in attendance tonight. Someone I know is talking with him, and I said, can you please clarify, is it Dragosivic, Dragosivic? And the response is, either way is good.
Oh, so they can't get mad at us, but still, we want to be 100% right here.
I'm curious, though, when you're is it Holic or Holik? Either way is good.
Can you text them to bring us up some food, too? Like, since you got a connection down there, they're near the concession.
I don't know how a pronunciation on Dragosivic translates into food in your eyes, but...
Well, I've had that with players over the years when I talk to them saying, how do you want your name pronounced? They're so nervous, right? They're 16, 17 years old. They're like, whatever. But a parent or an uncle or an aunt? Come on.
I'm surprised.
Come on.
I remember cornering Jay Bowmeister in Medicine Hat, and he was so shy and quiet, and I said,
right.
I've heard Bowmeister and Bowmeister, and he's like, whatever you think. I'm like, what's it? What? It's so confusing to me. It's your last name, but just to your point, shy and quiet and very humble. Off the draw, Calgary's got the puck. It is David Adazinski. Or is it? We'll have to ask the Adazinski family. I'm always confused on these now when names change throughout their playing career. Connor Zary, when he first started with the Kamloops Blazers, as the Raiders go offside, then I was told it was Connor Zary, and now as a member of the Flames, it is Zary. So sometimes I think broadcasters or people just look at it and go, well, it's got to be that, right? And then the player gets past their shyness, and then they speak up and say, no, it's pronounced this way, not that. But I've never heard a parent say, Dragosivic, you make the call. It's either is good.
Well, there's no peace on earth right here, Brad. There's a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle. Hitman really upset with Lodwick. He got cross-checked 2 or 3 times well after the whistle, including Kindle. And there should be penalties both aside, but it looks like maybe only Calgary's getting it. Calgary was pretty upset because there was a player held up hard inside the Calgary blue line, and you can hear everyone yelling at the ref, and this play continued on. Again, there were a lot of cross-checking going on in Lodwick, so I'm not sure what he did, but boy, Prince Albert's number 1 power play getting a free one here late in the period. Nobody happy on the Calgary bench.
Well, Connor Vidston still wearing the full shield because of a cross-check he took in the face in Prince Albert the last time the Hitmen were there. That, by the way, was not called. Face-off will be to the blocker right of Eric 2. Ethan Moore against Tomas Mrsic. Moore wins it. Caitlin Parker goes up the boards right by the ear of Justice Christensen and down the ice. So PA going, okay, we've trailed 2-0. We've trailed 4-2. Now it's our turn to take the lead, and here they come trying to do just that. Justice Christensen through center. Drops the puck off to Mrsic, right side of the ice. Dragosivic, you make the call. Into the corner it goes, and he'll look for it down there. 2 Hitmen surround him. Swooping in is Doobie for the Raiders. So there's 3 Raiders, 3 Hitmen. Referee waiting patiently. Puck comes out. Calgary's got it. Ethan Moore trying to skate it ahead. He's got pressure from Doobie, but he fends him off, and down the ice it goes. This is a massive kill for Calgary late in the second. Into the final minute of the frame now. Fortin trying to leave it. Christensen forgot to take it. So swooping on the scene now is Mrsic. I do not see Matchis on this power play to start. Normally he's out there, but he has been laboring around tonight. It might be too much for him now. Puck inside the Calgary zone. Aura to play it up, not out. Christensen will hold it on the half wall. He's got Dragosivic. He'll work it down into the corner now. Niall Crocker is there. Back up top. Dragosivic walking the line. 33 seconds of the period. 4-4 tie. Left circle pass Christensen. Blue line Dragosivic. Right side of the ice Mrsic. Into the corner to Crocker. Back up top Mrsic. Looking for a lane. There isn't one. Right side of the ice Crocker up top. Here's Dragosivic to the save. There's a rebound. Pumped wide by Doobie. He's got it in behind the Calgary net now. Over to Christensen. That retrieval you talk about of the Raiders. So good at getting the puck back. Christensen shot it, but he shot it out of the rink. And he knows it. He's looking skyward going, I had the net empty. The lead was on my stick. Christensen out of play.
That was a sure goal there. Yakimchuk lost his stick and all that as well. That created an opening on that side of the ice, Brad. Prince Albert moved it around, got it to the perfect place. 8 seconds to go. Calgary very lucky there.
Offensive zone draw for the Raiders, and Harrison Lodwick, wearing number 29, will duel in here. Leon Draisaitl, now the Edmonton Oilers, wears number 39. He's a former Prince Albert Raider. And the Hitmen win the draw, and that will pretty much end the period as goaltender Fortin comes out of the net. 1 second on the clock. Have a listen. There we go. We are now through 40 minutes of play at Scotiabank Saddledome, and Jeff, we're right back where we began. It's even.
Yeah, Calgary outshot them 13-7, but it just seemed like the scoring chances were pretty well even. Boy, Prince Albert, players gathering at center. The goalies colliding into each other here. Mrsic's near the officials. Well, I'm not sure what that was all about.
They disappear quietly into the night. I think it was incidental contact between 2 and Fortin there.
One of the referees has gone to the Calgary bench, and the scoreboard's so big here, but I think Paul McFarland is talking about, he's doing the hugging sign. I think he's pretty upset that one of his players looked like it was a dangerous chance coming up. They were hugged along the blue line. No call was made, and they called something against Calgary a few seconds later. So they're not happy about something that happened late in that period. But, boy, you credit Calgary for getting the lead. You credit for Prince Albert for coming back in there. And as expected, we have a great game here tonight in the Saddle Dome.
Yes, we do. Final game before the holiday break in the Western Hockey League. Azam Ali Nanji joins us once again. He is the host of Calgary Hitmen Hockey. And Azam, what do you have for us in intermission number 2?
In intermission number 2, I have another very special guest that's going to join me. Amy Barternan, the manager of business operations for the Calgary Hitmen, is going to join me. We're going to talk about the teddy bear toss, on how things unfolded earlier in December, talk about what Wednesday night in the dub means, and everything else that's coming up for the Calgary Hitmen here.
Make sure you ask her about her birthday, too. She just turned 16, I understand.
Yes, we did talk about last post game. It was her birthday, so definitely going to give her a definite big surprise here on Sportsnet.
Or is it 61? I'm not sure. She'll have to ask her how old she is.
Yeah, we'll might have to stay away a little bit from
I'm
that.
staying away from this booth.
Oh, come
Holy
on. Gain
cow.
some courage for Christmas, you people.
My goodness.
I'm kidding. Yeah, Amy Bontorin will be by in intermission number 2.
Holy moly.
Stirring it up. 16 or 61. We'll find out when we come back on your home of Hitman Hockey, Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
Whether you're splashing in the waves,
You're clear.
Perfect.
Cruising
90
down the
seconds is
mountain.
good.
Sounds good.
or visiting
Oh,
family.
yeah, just teddy bear toss.
Before you pack for your next vacation,
to have it
make
ready
sure
to
you
start
add
December.
one thing to your checklist. Get your hearing tested at Soundwave Hearing Care. The experts at Soundwave Hearing Care will bring every moment into focus. Because every laugh, every word, every sound matters. Book your appointment today at soundwavehearing.com.
Get set for a countrywide party.
This is Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada.
Join us from Canmore, Alberta for the 25th edition of Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada.
Are you all ready?
All 7 Canadian teams are in action, starting with the Senators as they take on the Bruins. Then it's Leafs, Canadiens in Montreal, plus the Flames and Jets light it up in Winnipeg, and Oilers Canucks to wrap up the day. Scotiabank Hockey Day in Canada, January 18th. Watch it on Sportsnet or stream on Sportsnet Plus.
You expect your home.
Lost out here.
Okay.
Don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Doug Lacey's Basement Authority is now Groundworks. New name, same great service. Go to groundworks.ca.
This is Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Let's go.
Well, after 40 minutes of play, we have a doozy. It is 4-4 all tied up between the Calgary Hitmen and the Prince Albert Raiders. The final 20 minutes, maybe overtime, will be fun action. And stay right here on Sportsnet 960 to hear all of that with Brad Curl and Jeff Hollick. But right now, we have the manager of business operations for the Calgary Hitmen, Amy Barternan, with us. Amy, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Glad to have you on. Just quickly, your thoughts of what you've seen through 40 minutes between these two teams.
It's always exciting hockey when you're watching the Hitmen, so.
Indeed it is. Let's go back to December 1st where, it was a teddy bear toss game. 22,013 bears were collected. How was that to see the Bears, come over the over the glass, on that one?
Yeah, I mean, teddy bear toss is always a fun one in our building. Always a highlight of the season for me. I would say that it kicks off the holiday season in Calgary, and you really can't beat that feeling of watching all the bears come down and the smiles as people are watching and being hit by bears and tossing their bears. It's just a very fun day.
How was it to have it to be right at the start of December? Obviously, the schedule lines up a little bit differently each year, but to have it right to kick off the month of December, what did that mean for not only the organization but for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, great way to kick off the month. We had a pretty full building and got to collect lots of bears. We had a great game of hockey too, 9 goals. No complaints there. So, overall a great start to the month, and going to keep rolling with it.
Just talk a little about the Bears and, what they significance means, giving it to those children. We heard last year with Wyatt Pisarchuk when he received a bear, and then now being part of the Calgary Hitmen. Just talk a little bit about how important these, bears mean to the community and those who receive them.
Yeah, I always say that teddy bear toss is the highlight of my season, but teddy bear toss distribution is a close second, if not probably first. The next day is always such a cool one to be a part of. We distribute the bears, so sort the bears, and they're all counted, and then they are distributed within 24 hours. Like, we were done with all the bears by 1 p.m. the following day. So we had over 40 charities come collect bears from the Dome in the morning. The whole team was here helping toss the bears and fill up the trucks, and then we got to head to the Children's Hospital after, and the boys got to go around and visit the different units and hand out the bears, which is just really an impactful day for them, right?
Indeed, and the goal came early, so you didn't have to wait too long. Does that make your guys' job much easier? They have more time to count those bears so they're ready for distribution day?
See, it's funny that you bring that up because I literally said to Carson on the Friday, I was like, if you could just wait until 10 minutes into the game, that would be the perfect timing on my end because it gives us enough time to get situated, organized. The ice is a good amount of slippery. Had to score so quick into the game, so I was giving him a bad time after.
And he also was a scoring one, but for him to do it too, because we know, London Hoylett scored the previous two, and then he gets named captain, gets drafted, and for him to do it, he must have been all smiles on that one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's always the conversation leading into the game of who the goal scorer is going to be, and I think when I asked him on Friday, he did not say his own name, so. Yeah, it's just a cool experience for whoever scores the goal. Very cool that it got to be our captain.
What does this mean, the teddy bear toss, for the players themselves? We know how big it is for the impact on the community and, each one receiving a bear and, the little spark of joy they receive, especially during the holiday times. Just what does it mean for the players and their connection to the community? Yeah,
I think, like you said, it's a great connection to the community. Has become iconic in Calgary. Going on 30 years, actually. So next season, we're in our 30th season of Hitman hockey, but next season will be the 30th teddy bear toss because we missed the one in 2020. I don't know. It's such a fun game to be a part of, and for a lot of our guys, it's going to be one of the biggest crowds that they play in front of, right?
Indeed. We also got the Ram Family Skate coming up, which is at the next home game after the break. Just tell us more about that and what to expect.
Yeah, so add it to your calendar if it's not already on it. Going to be a fun day down at the Dome. We've got all our Sunday Fun Day activities. Kids tickets starting at $14, adults at $22. We'll have face painting, all our usual concourse games. And then in addition to that, with it being the Ram Family Skate, you can bring your skates and skate on the ice post-game with Farley the Fox, our mascot. Or you can head up to the concourse, and we're going to have the whole team up there, so you can come get some photos with them, get some autographs. Great one to be a part of.
Fun time as well, because a big opponent as well, the Medicine Hat Tigers will be here. A nice divisional matchup. What else is coming up in the season? We know the Brave game is coming up as well, but what else can we expect this season?
Yeah, lots on the go in the second half of the season. Lots of Sunday Fun Days. So we actually kicked those off December 29th, and I think we play every single Sunday through till February 2nd. So lots of time to come down and catch some early afternoon Hitman hockey. Paw Patrol game is going to be back this year, so that one is Sunday, February 2nd at 2 p.m. And so that's the Remax Nickelodeon night, and we will be wearing special themed Paw Patrol jerseys. And you're hearing it here first. We are going to have Paw Patrol characters here this year. So Chase and Marshall are going to be in the building.
Oh, lovely. That's great to bring out your kids. And, especially they love Paw Patrol. I know my nieces and nephews love Paw Patrol. Final one for you. What is your role here that can, kind of connect you with all these events into the community that helps kind of bring not only hockey together, but the entire community, and we're more than just the hockey and the sport itself?
Yeah, I think community has always been a really important thing for the Hitmen, and you might have seen it sometimes in our ads this season of your team, our community. We're really trying to draw that connection because we have always been a community-minded team, and a lot of our games and partnerships always have that community tie back. So if you look at Paw Patrol as an example, those jerseys are going to be auctioned off and they're going to go to the Children's Miracle Network. You look at teddy bear toss. There's that tie back to the community of donating the bears back into the community. So we're always focusing on how we can be making that community impact and bringing our fans out to be a part of that.
Really appreciate the time, Amy, and really a good insight on seeing how the team connects with its community as well.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. That is Amy Marturnin, the Manager of Business Operations for the Calgary Hitmen. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we got your scoring summary and an out-of-town scoreboard. But before that, want to let you know the Beer League broadcast is coming back for its 6th year. We're on the hunt for two of the city's most interesting beer league hockey teams to duke it out in what will almost be certainly the least epic game of hockey ever. We promise to provide the game's play-by-play that no one asked for, but we all definitely need. Sign up now through the sportsnet.ca 960 contest page. Date and rink locations to be confirmed, and winners will be announced on January 6th. And it's all brought to you by Wild Rose Brewery. They make a premium craft beer in the heart of Calgary for all of Alberta's finest beer league athletes. Cheers to the top dogs and the underdogs. Scoring summary, out-of-town scoreboard around the corner. This is Hitman Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
You know that feel?
You're clear.
Boom. How many ads do you need to get through?
We're ahead right now, but I mean, worst case, I can add some extras in too.
Okay, let's do a minute here.
Okay.
Owned and operated, Tom's invites you to enjoy their unique thin crust pizza made only.
Or all three goals.
I was going to say.
All three goals.
I didn't think I missed one.
No,
okay,
all three. Sorry.
Amazing selection of craft beers at unbeatable prices. With live music in the adjoining pubs. Find details on social media. Tom's House of Pizza. Pizza made to perfection.
The Nissan All-In Clear-Out event is on now, where you can finance the 2024 Frontier Hardbody Edition from 2.99% for up to 48 months. Plus, get a $1,250 Nissan bonus and get a set of free winter tires and alloy wheels. Go all in with a Nissan Frontier and experience the power that 310 horsepower can provide and the capability of a 6,002.
Coming back in 10.
Conditions apply. See Nissan.ca for details.
Don't miss the All-In Clear-Out event. Visit your local Calgary Nissan dealer.
This is Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan. Let's go.
Welcome back inside the Scotiabank Saddle Dome, high above the ice surface in the Peter Marr Radio broadcast booth. My name is Osman Nanji, your host of Hitman Hockey on this Wednesday night. It is Wednesday in the dub, so we are broadcasting on YouTube, the free channel on the WHL for this Wednesday matchup, and it is a big one between the Prince Albert Raiders and the Calgary Hitmen. Lived up to its hype. Let's get to your scoring summary. Back to period number 1. The Hitmen opened the scoring, and it was Callum Parker who opens the scoring once again. His fourth in 3 games, his 7th of the season from David Adazinski and Oliver Tulk at 5:07. Then Connor Vidston doubles the lead for the Hitmen, his 10th of the season from Hunter Ora and Rylan Ing at 7:59, and it was 2-0 for the Calgary Hitmen. But then the Prince Albert Raiders push back. It's Ty Menier gets his 8th of the season from Riley Boychuk and Luke Moroz, and that made it a 1-goal game at 13:31. Now going into the final 2 minutes of the game, Justice Christensen gets his 7th to tie the game at 2 apiece from Tomas Mrsic and Aiden Oring. But the Hitmen would go back out in front thanks to their captain Carson Wetsch. He gets his 12th of the season from Maxim Moranov, and it was 3-2 Calgary Hitmen after 20 minutes of play. Now on to period number 2. The Calgary Hitmen would get a big one, and it was a beauty.
They pushed ahead by Paul Marine, and at center ice, stick handling to the Calgary line is Smith. Pushed off stride. Hitman take away Parker. Outlet at Tulk. Breakaway pass. Adazinski in Scott. Free shot. Bar down. Scores! What a rocket! From the pride of Coquitlam, British Columbia. Calgary's doubled their lead.
David Adazinski's 5th of the season, and is there no beautiful sound than bar down? And he was a beautiful shot that went bar down. He gets his 5th of the season from Oliver Tulk and Callum Parker, and it was 4-2 Hitmen in the first 5 minutes of this one. But the red-hot power play of the Prince Albert Raiders, the number 1 power play of the WHL, would get going, and they would get this game back within 1.
Rebound of Parker, swatted to the line, kept in by Mrsic. Right boards, turning there is Rudolph. Into the corner they go. Crocker, right circle. Mrsic shot to the save. The rebound is loose behind him. Rescued at the line. Now it's in.
it would be a pinball, gets through, try to pull off the line, but they can't. Tomas Mrsic puts it in, his 18th of the season from Nail Croker and Daxon Rudolph. A power play goal coming at 7:40, and the Prince Albert Raiders would not go gently into that quiet good night.
But Peterson will lay at the center ice. There they come into the Calgary zone. Ludwig drives it in. Here's a shot off the right wing. They score! Boychuk finds the top corner, and the Prince Albert Raiders, riding the teeter-totter, have drawn even again. It's 4-4.
Riley Boychuk, his third of the season. Perfectly placed shot into the top corner. Use Hunter Ora as a screen. No chance for Eric 2. That comes from Dugan Peterson on the assist at 11:45, and that would be where we stand after 40 minutes of play, tied at 4 apiece. Shots on goal in period number 2 were 13-7 in favor of the Calgary Hitmen. Overall in the game, it is 35-17 in favor of the Hitmen. Hitman did not get a power play in that second period. They're 0 for 2 in the game. All 3 power plays going to Prince Albert. They're officially 1 for 3. They'll have 22 seconds left to a roughing penalty to Ben Kindle. They'll have 22 seconds of that, but they're 1 for 3 on the power play. Officially, faceoffs are tied at 21 apiece. So a big third period coming up around the corner. Before we get to that, let's get to look at the out-of-town scoreboard. This is the only game going on in the WHL, so we'll start with the NHL, starting with our 2 finals. The Maple Leafs get a 5-3 victory over the Dallas Stars. Jake Andre not having a great night. He was pulled after giving up 4 on 13 shots. Flyers lose to the Red Wings by a final score of 6-4. It was Joey Veleno's game winner that would stand as the winner as well. All 3 rest of the games in the NHL are in the first intermission. The Panthers out to a 2-1 lead over the Minnesota Wild. It would be Aaron Ekblad who started the scoring with his second. Marco Rossi would add his 12th on the power play to tie it at 1, but it'd be Mackie Shamoskevich that would get the Florida Panthers out to a 2-1 lead. In Utah, the Canucks and the Hockey Club are scoreless after 20 minutes of play. Canucks with only 4 shots on goal on that one. Utah putting up 6 against the Canucks, but they're scoreless through 20 minutes of play. And we have another scoreless game. It's the Jets and the Ducks after 20 minutes of play. Still scoreless in that one as well. The NHL is a busy one with 3 trades happening here this evening. The New York Rangers acquired Will Brogan for and a 3rd-round pick in 2025 and a 6th-round pick in 2025 for Capo Caco with the Seattle Kraken. So after being scratched, Capo Caco has been traded to the Seattle Kraken. The St. Louis Blues trade Pierre-Oliver Joseph to the Pittsburgh Penguins for future considerations, and the Nashville Predators acquired Justin Barron for Alexander Carrier. So 3 trades happening on this Wednesday night. And in the AHL action, it is scoreless between the Wranglers and the Ontario Reign. The Ontario Reign really pushing the limit. 12 shots, on goal, and 4 only for the Hitmen. And it will be Devin Cooley who is standing up on tall. He stopped all 14 shots through 20 minutes of play. That is your out-of-town scoreboard. It's time for period number 3. Gentlemen, 4-4. Anybody's game? Overtime predictions? Yes? No? Or we finish this through in regulation?
This could go 28 rounds of a shootout. I have no idea right now. You're 20 minutes away, or are you? I mean, both teams are packed and ready to go home for the holidays. If you're on both benches, you're saying, give me one more period, guys. Give me one more period.
Big loss for the Raiders as they're down a man, and it's not just anyone. It's an important guy out there, and that's going to be a tough one for this team.
Yeah, Christoph Matchis unavailable at least to end the second period. We'll see if he's available at some point in the third, but their power play out on the ice, and I don't see number 34, normally a mainstay. They'll bring it in now. Raiders go from our left to right, but they enter the Calgary zone, and a drop pass from Crocker finds nobody, and down it's cleared by Ethan Moore, Jeff.
That'll do it for the penalty to Kindle. Prince Albert's power play 1 for 3.
So the Raiders have had 3 straight chances with a man advantage after Calgary had the first 2. Icing called here against Prince Albert. Well, if the storyline continues, if you're the Calgary Hitmen, you're going, okay, the next 2 goals belong to us. It was 2-0. Then the Raiders tied it at 2. Then it was 4-2, and now here we are 4-4.
Calgary went tied after 40 minutes. 5 wins, 3 losses, and 2 overtime losses. Prince Albert, 3 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss.
Heard Osm talk about trades in the NHL. Of course, there won't be any of those in the WHL. They go into the trade freeze. So deals cannot be made until after Christmas, or at least announced, so the players can enjoy their time with their friends and family. Puck inside the Calgary zone. Raiders looking for it. Dragosevic, short side shot. That's over top of the Calgary net around the right wing side. Tulk trying to get to it. Bodied off by Crocker. I don't know about you, Jeff, but that normally is interference, is it not?
Yeah, nowhere near the puck and took the body for sure.
Here's Mrsic for the Raiders. Up the left side to Doobie. Darts into the Calgary zone. Wide on Ora. Tucked it in front. Swept away. Good defensive play by Yakimchuk. And away goes Tulk. Won't be bodied this time. It's 1-on-1. Long shoot in, hoping for a bounce in front. It gets to him, but he's knocked over and crashes into the boards. Play continues. Puck to the blue line. Pisarchuk walking into the slot. The shot. Block rebound. Scores! Oliver Tulk. Calgary's got the lead. It's 5-4.
A goal to go with 2 helpers for Oliver Tulk, but that was all Pisarchuk. Catches it at the blue line, and he skates it to the deep slot. There's 3 bodies from Calgary there, 3 from Prince Albert. A huge screen in front. Save made, but the rebound goes to a wide-open Tulk. He's on the forehand, and Calgary's got the lead and might go on the power play here because Tulk looked like he took a stick to the face, Brad. Not sure what happened there.
Lengthy conversation between Dimitri Fortin, the Prince Albert Raiders goaltender, and the referee as well after that Tulk goal was in.
No penalty.
Oiring in the penalty box, still serving his 10-minute misconduct for the Prince Albert Raiders. So no Matches and no Oiring to begin this third period for PA. Calgary's got the lead.
Goal is 15th of the year, scored by number 37, Oliver Tulk. Assist to number 12, Wyatt Pisarchuk. And to number 11, Ben Kindle. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 14 seconds. Tulk, 15th of the year from Pisarchuk, and Kindle at 1:14.
2 things happened on that goal in the assist department. You want to touch on those?
For sure, I'll go with the Kindle part. He now has points in 14 straight games, 26 points during that stretch, Brad. Longest point streak by a Calgary player this year.
And on the other side, Wyatt Pisarchuk gets his first point of the season for the Calgary Hitmen. As they announce the goal, Connor Vidston with a penalty in the neutral zone. And the Raiders are going to the power play.
4 straight power plays for the Prince Albert Raiders, 1 for 3.
League's number 1 unit goes to work, looking to tie the game for, well, the 3rd time. They trail 5-4. Draw down Lodwick to the boards, pushing down Ethan Moore. Moore gets right back up. He takes the puck, and down the ice it goes. Check that. It was Mrsic with a check, not Lodwick. Raider goaltender Fortin is out of the net. He'll set it up for the defense, and here comes Christensen. Jersey blowing in the wind as he navigates neutral ice. Swings one back to Tomas Mrsic. Right side of the ice. Dragosevic up ahead of Crocker. He'll touch one back to the blue line. It's Christensen. Long shot. Punched away by the blocker at 2. Rebound, it's the Raiders. On top of it, to the blue line it comes. Dragosevic, screen shot, tipped wide of the net. Doobie and Crocker both in front. Parker the puck for Calgary, and down she goes.
Dragosevic is not afraid to shoot the puck, Brad. Much like Yakimchuk, he does it with a wrist shot, so it's quick, and you got to be there in the shooting lane a lot earlier than other players.
A big off-season acquisition. The pride of Richmond, BC, had 14 goals for the Tri-City Americans last year. Dragosevic owns the right point, but they can't get on the puck. Gorzinski is on it for Calgary, and down it goes. Dragosevic on the year, 5 goals, 21 points on the power play, and he's going to bring the puck up the ice. The 2nd-round pick of the Seattle Kraken leaves one off. Mrsic at center. On the left wing now. They'll step into the zone. Lodwick, rink-wide pass. Too hot to handle for Boychuk. Has it now. Try to feed it down. It's off the body of Ora and back to center ice. Raiders have done such a good job on the power play tonight of setting up, retrieving pucks, and really dominating the zone. They're having trouble setting up here. Dragosevic goes over to Mrsic on the right side of the ice. He'll curl around the top. Wrist shot. Hit a body in front. Loose on the paint. Stop made by 2 on the backhand chance from Harrison Lodwick.
Yeah, original shot doesn't get through, but it's in a dangerous spot. Lodwick is there about 10 feet from the goaltender. Backhand, and 2 makes his most important save of the game to keep it 5-4 Calgary. 28 seconds left in the Vidston penalty.
They talk about motion. You get the power play. Move your feet, move your feet. It opens up the lanes. Tomas Mrsic did it there, darting from the right side of the ice to the left. Created that seam, and then that rebound you spoke of for Lodwick.
Couple guys, Mrsic and Dragosevic, stayed out for a minute and a half on that power play.
Lodwick wins the draw from Mays to the blue line. It is Rudolph. Left side of the ice, back to Rudolph. Now left corner to Mrsic. Has Boychuk high, but goes low with it. Looking for Meunier. It's stolen by Parker, and Mays will lug it to center ice. That'll almost do it on the penalty if Mays can get the puck in deep. Instead, he's going to turn it back to Dax Williams. That'll eat some more time. 8 seconds on the clock to his right to Wyatt Pisarchuk. He'll fake it up the middle, now try and clear, but he gives it away to Boychuk. Backdoor pass, chiseled wide by Meunier. The Calgary turnover nearly ends in the back of the net, but the puck goes wide. Midston out of the box. Raiders do not score with a man advantage, go 1 for 4. Calgary coming up the ice. Here's Adazinski, shot, wired it over top of the Raider net. And out of play it goes.
Pisarchuk all the time in the world to clear it, hangs on to it, and then when he finally decides to move the puck, Brad, looked like he wanted to pass it to a waiting player in the neutral ice area instead of getting it all the way down. And it took like a half a second for Prince Albert to get a scoring chance. Bang, bang, play.
Yeah, Meunier held that one in and set one up. Calgary out shooting Prince Albert 36-19.
As soon as he gets to the bench, like both coaches go towards him, one assistant and the head coach. He knows, Brad.
Certainly does. Face-off will be to the blocker right of Fortin in the Raiders zone. Off the face-off, Adazinski tied up. Valiant locked up as well by Evan Smith. Smith knocks the puck to the corner, and the Raiders are on it. Dugan Peterson. Adazinski falls into his shin pads. Loose puck goes to the Raiders and a chance to get it out. Here's Bibeau at center, up the left wing side. Carried ahead by Palmerin. And he stopped at the Calgary blue line. Now a run at Valiant away from the puck. That one's let go. As the Raiders have bent the edge of the rule book here at times in this third period, but they walk the line and stay out of the crime box for now. Calgary's got the puck. It is Ben Kindle in his own zone. Rink-wide pass into the skates of Oliver Tulk, jammed up at the blue line. Good checking there by the Raiders, and will bank it ahead. Derkach not out, held in by Kindle. Up top, he's got Oliver Tulk surveying the ice in the middle of the rink. The pride of Gibson, BC, shooting! And the glove save made by Fortin, who holds on to it. The Raiders, defending WHL champions from a couple of years ago in 2019. Who was on that roster, you ask? How about Calgary Flames defenseman Braden Pahal? How about other NHLers? Noah Gregor, Parker Kelly, Brett Leeson, Alexi Protas, Caden Gooley. That was a wickedly good team.
I remember Prince Albert was in here. It might have been November, early December. They had scored more shorthanded goals than power play goals they gave up. So when they were shorthanded, they were outscoring the opposition. Mark Habscheid, the head coach that year too. What a team.
Wonderful organization. The Prince Albert Raiders, a lot of hockey history in Hockey Town North. Puck inside the Raiders zone. It's Mrsic. Turns the puck over to Oliver Tulk. Breaks in off the right circle to the net. The pass across. Cut down by Dragicevic. It was intended for a wide open Brandon Gorzinski. Now the Raiders on the turn back. Mrsic trying to hit Dragicevic, who's activating from the defense, but Parker knocks it ahead, and here come the Hitmen. They know that one of the two-man backer forwards is Dragicevic, caught up the ice. In comes Gorzinski. Left circle, Kindle for the trailing Williams. Front of the net pass. Kindle cross-check down by Dragicevic. Sent flying into the net. Ben Kindle gets up and goes right to the referee and says, "Excuse me, did you not see any of that?"
Yeah, they could call cross-checking, interference, anything, because Kindle was getting ready to receive the pass for a one-timer, and then he's cross-checked into the net, and the net comes off. Not sure how that was missed.
Calgary bench doing well to keep their composure here. The Raiders could have had 2 or 3 penalties in my eyes here in this third period, and Carson Wetsch over to talk to the referee.
Referees today, Ben Solomon, his second year. Mason Stewart, his fourth as a ref. Linesman Josh Meyer, his first year. How about Michael Roberts, his 21st year?
He's a veteran of this league. Good to see Michael Roberts' longevity. On the WHL, the puck inside the Calgary zone. Raiders will put in the forecheck. Mrsic is in there. Crocker as well, but Maranoff playing peekaboo, dances around one, and headmans the puck to Vidston over the line to the trailing Wetsch on down to Maranoff. He's tied up. Vidston will pass to Maranoff out of his reach. It'll be sent to the line. Held in by Ora. Shot. Hit a man. That was Rudolph in front. And the Raider defenseman wearing number 10, Daxon Rudolph, will bring it to center ice. Teammates changing behind him, so he'll lay the puck in deep. 14 minutes, 9 seconds left in regulation. Calgary leading 5-4 in this 3-game winning streak. They've had 2 5-4 wins. Raiders goaltender Fortin lets one go right to the crease, just wide of his net. Icing called against Calgary.
Yeah, not sure if that was a planned, anticipated play by Calgary to have a player beat everybody for the icing call, but they weren't even close. Face off in the Calgary zone. Only goal this period. Tulk again his 15th of the year, Brad. He's second on the team in goals, first on the team in points. He's up to 48.
Sportsnet 960 The Fan, the flagship tonight, Wednesday night in the Dub. Free broadcast on CHL TV, WHL Live, and free on the WHL YouTube channel. Western Hockey League amping up exposure of this great league. Off the draw, the puck goes to the Raiders. Christensen, a shot, it is blocked, and Sawyer Mays will lug it to center ice. Up the right wing now to Ethan Moore. He'll drag it in over the line. Wrist shot, Fortin the save. The rebound punched out to the line. Held in, Pasarchuk. Fortin stops that rebound, and Valiant chips it wide of the goal. Raiders on their heels here a little bit. We'll get the puck to center ice, and here comes Doobie. Scampering through center ice into the Calgary zone up the left wing. Braden Doobie out of Roblin, Manitoba. Puck turned over, and Calgary heads the other way, but Ethan Moore is at the end of a shift. And the pride of Okotoks will dump it in. Gets mixed up with Lodwick at the two benches. Linesmen pull him apart. That's the veteran Roberts policing down there. As Oyring now has served his 10-minute misconduct, and the Raiders' number one centerman says, I'm fresh, guys. Let me at it. He'll dump the puck into the Calgary zone. Comes around to Doobie. He'll slam it back from where it came, and Oyring grabs it on the left wing half wall. Parker's on top of him. Tulk as well. And Tulk pries it loose for Calgary. Can't move the puck out. He's checked off by Doobie to slot to Mrsic. Now to Oyring, and a shot off of Parker. Up and out of play. Parker says it hit the mesh. They should blow it down. It's rippling, and they let it go. And the shot is stopped by Eric, too, and he'll hold on to it. You could see the protective netting blowing up top. It was wavering, and the Hitmen fortunate there. That puck didn't end up in the back of their net. 12:55 to go in the third period. Officials in the spotlight right now. Calgary asking some questions. They lead at 5-4 on your home of Hitman Hockey. This is Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Landlords spend 76.
You're clear.
Thank you. In a year.
You're welcome.
8 nights.
25 hockey games.
And
Colton, you getting enough crowd noise tonight?
Yeah, I've got both. You bet.
Okay.
At Hope Street, we help busy landlords get their time back. Live life, get paid. Become an armchair landlord today. Hope Street, because life's too short to spend it managing properties.
HopeStreet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Now, back to Brad Curl and Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
Calgary in familiar territory, Brad. Their last 4 games have been 1-goal games. 2 of them have gone to overtime. Yeah, they got a 1-goal lead with lots of time left here in the third. Prince Albert's last 1-goal victory was against these Calgary Hitmen in Prince Albert a week and a half ago.
So nail-biting time, you say.
There you go. Yes.
Connor Bidston getting ready for this D-zone draw. Congratulations to number 21 of the Calgary Hitmen tonight. Career game 200 in the Western Hockey League for Bidston. Has a goal. He'll take this draw against Oyring. Oyring wins it for the Raiders to Mrsic, and the shot blocked away by 2. It was aerial there for a moment. Looked like the Raiders were going to get to it, but Calgary able to play it out. Prince Albert on top of it. Oyring slips it back through his legs. Attacking now is Mrsic, looking for Crocker. It's turned over, and Maranoff will head up the ice for Calgary. Little chip and chase trying to get to it. Peterson runs the interference, crashing back, but falling off his skates is Paul Marine, and the Raiders have to send another man after it. And it's Peterson who got it to center. Williams will fire it in. It's up on the dasher. It spills around into the corner on a Calgary change. Paul Marine's got all kinds of time to bring it to center. Here he comes. Bopping the puck into the Calgary zone. Hitman take it away. D-to-D. Yakimchuk up the left wing side. Gorzinski looked to his left. The pass went right. And Mays will now step up behind him. He'll shovel it deep into the Raiders zone. Dragicevic trying to get to it to box him out, but Mays getting there. Puck comes around. Yakimchuk took a shot. Hit the outside goal frame. Puck knocked in front by Moore, but Raiders will get to it first. Outlet. No good there for number 23. Speeding ahead, Riley Boychuk, who has one of the Raider goals tonight. Under 8 minutes played here in the third period. It's 5-4 Calgary. Prince Albert methodically bringing the puck up the ice. Dragicevic to the Calgary line. Boychuk chisels this one well over the protective netting. This one is recognized and blown down.
I told you a couple hours ago there'd be 9 goals scored in this game, Brad. You got Dragicevic, second in the league in defenseman scoring. Yakimchuk tied for 9th in defenseman scoring, including second overall in defenseman goals. How many points do you think those two would have combined in 9 goals?
Probably 4.
Yeah, they got 0. I don't have them with a point here today.
Everybody else.
Yes.
That means they're yet to strike. We'll find out. Dragicevic, he's got the puck now, trying to change that storyline. Fires the puck in. It's a recovery expedition, but Meunier can't come up with it. Does hold at the line, though, for Volkfest. Now it's shoveled in behind the Calgary net. Williams will play it around. Pinching down is Volkfest. Raiders down a goal. They won last night in Edmonton. We'll see if they can find something here late. They got it around behind the net. Winners of 3 in a row. Both these teams. Something's got to give tonight. Raiders have the puck in the corner. Twisting and turning Meunier. Now to Boychuk. Back to Meunier. Those 16-year-olds work it to the blue line. Here's Volkfest across to Dragicevic. His pass to the slot is fanned on. And David Adazinski will just tap it out to center ice. Just tap it out. Raiders going to bring it back in on the left side. The pass hooked back, but no good from Meunier. And out at center, they'll try and send it in, but offside is Boychuk. He received it with both of his skates still on the Calgary side of the ice, trying to clear the zone.
I'm going to make you Jeff Truitt, the head coach of the Prince Albert Raiders.
Okay.
A couple hours ago, I tell you, your goalie is going to make at least 38 or 35 saves in this game tonight. You're going to get 2 goals from your third line. Your power play is going to score a goal. Your penalty kill is not going to give up a goal. You would take that, right?
Oh, yeah. You're going to the Christmas break with a win.
Yes.
But
Can't ask for much more, but they're trailing here 5-4.
Indeed so. Storylines unpredictable on this night. Puck out at the Raider blue line. Hitman able to get to it. Ben Kindle. He'll backhand one deep into the corner. Raiders to it. Rudolph behind his net has Christensen. Right shot defenseman paired with a right shot. Rudolph goes up the right side. And here they come to center now. Bebo to the Calgary line. Will send one in. Horn to Ora back on it. Ora squashed on the wall by the forechecking Dirk-Catch. Puck comes free. Raiders upended there. That was Bebo. Not a penalty, and the play allowed to continue. Here comes Tulk at center. He'll play one rink wide into Calgary territory. Rudolph back to get it. Kindle forechecking. Rudolph plays it up the right side. Bebo slipped it back for Evan Smith. Nearly too much on it. And Smith able to rescue and reach it, get it to center ice. Marenoff jams it up with the Raider bench, but able to waggle free is Meunier. He'll slide off the check, turning in the neutral zone. He turns the puck over, and here comes Marenoff into the attacking zone for Calgary. Slides off a Raider check and plays it down low, looking for Connor Vidston. 200 games of the WHL tonight, getting leaned on by Lodwick. Lodwim's got him pinned. Vinston's arm is behind his back. He can't move, and the Raiders come away with a puck. It's Paul Marine up the left wing side. Doobie trying to get it ahead to Lodwick. It was jammed up by Marenoff. He's everywhere on this shift, and he'll dump it in and go for a change with 9 minutes, 38 seconds, clock running, remaining third period. Just the one goal this period so far. Calgary's got it and the lead at 5-4. Here's Mays at center. Chips the puck into the Raiders zone. Lodwick takes it over. Back left corner in his own zone. Rudolph to the far blue line to Doobie. He'll chip it by Caleb Parker and go for a race. Doobie's on the scene. Parker applies the body. The puck pops loose. Meunier can't reach it. Support behind him is Oiring along with Dragicevic, and he'll dump the puck into the Calgary left corner. Meunier squashed to the boards by Williams. Puck comes free. It's Doobie looking to center, but Caleb Parker takes it away. He opened the scoring, seems like 8 hours ago at 5:07 of the first period. He'll leave it in his own zone. Here's a stretch pass. Williams can't get it to Mays of the Raider blue line. Williams will poke it into the neutral zone, and Raiders back on it. Dragicevic, left side of the ice. Walking to his left, passing back right is Dugan Peterson to Dragicevic. Now to Oiring into the zone, to the slot. Here's Mrsic, and the glove save made by Eric Two. One quick pass to the right play on the ice, and all of a sudden it's a scoring chance for Prince Albert.
Yeah, this is a dangerous line for the Prince Albert Raiders. Oiring, the Calgary native, 12 goals on the year. He's a playmaker as well. Mrsic, who has his 18th of the year, so dangerous. We saw him so many times in a Medicine Hat Tiger uniform do damage. It was wide open there. Good stop by Two.
44 goals for this line. Oiring, Doobie, and Mrsic. Although Crocker has now jumped up to play in this spot, they've had to move their lines around a little bit in the absence of Christoph Matches. Yakimchuk gets drilled by Oiring down to the side of the Calgary net. Slow to get up, but big number 26 chased again by Oiring. This time he's able to get the puck by him, up ahead to Tulk, tipped to the middle, and out comes Kindle. He'll march his way to center. 2-on-2 rush, trying to slide through the check. He gets cross-checked over, and he falls into the corner. He's lost his stick, looking up to the ref, going, is there going to be a call? There is one. Kindle didn't know it immediately, but interference to call. Kindle taken off his skates by Tomas Mrsic.
Calgary's power play. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Mrsic has words for the official here, but nothing more coming of it.
Well, a lot has been let go in this third period, favoring Prince Albert mainly. Nothing too egregious, but stuff that we usually see called, which is fine. They're going to be consistent and not call it. And that one is probably Mrsic going, we've done that entire game. Why are you calling it now? Calgary's power play 0 for 2, both in the first period.
You got a feeling now with time, with 8:17 to go, should the Hitmen build it to another 2-goal lead, this might be it. We'll find out if they can get it there. Off the draw, Hitmen have the puck. Kindle at the line. Side of the net to Connor Vidston. Couldn't reach it. Christensen's on top of him. He'll slide it around to Yakimchuk. Blue line now to Ben Kindle. Right side of the ice, Oliver Tulk. Wrist shot blocked by Christensen. He's laboring. Tulk gets the rebound back into the slot. Wetsch couldn't pull the trigger. Christensen will blast it up the boards. And it goes out of play, but they say it hit the glass.
Okay, because I thought delay of game there. Christensen laboring, as you said, blocking that shot. Almost a 5-on-3 there for Calgary.
He's got to be made of steel. There's an option to change here, and Christensen's not even leaving the ice. He's like, I got this. My first name is Justice. They name me Tough. I love that first name. Justice Christensen.
Great player. He's played well in his WHL career.
Captain of the Raiders. Face-off left of Fortin. Offensive zone draw, Calgary. PA wins it. Christensen is on it in the corner. 2 Hitmen surrounded, but the puck comes free to Oiring. Fans on the clear. Tulk to hold it in. One hand poke check away from Oiring will send it to center. He's going to race after it, but Yakimchuk to it first. At the Calgary line, the Ottawa Senators first rounder weaving through center. Senators will begin this building tomorrow to take on the Flames. No doubt Yakimchuk will be there to watch it. Here's Kindle, the puck for Calgary in the offensive zone. Right side of the ice, it's Oliver Tulk. Shot tipped on, Fortin save, rebound, they score! Captain Carson Wetsch! And for the third time tonight, Calgary's got a 2-goal lead. It's 6-4.
Number 1 power play unit getting another chance there. It's Tulk being the playmaker, getting the shot through on a feed from Kindle. Waiting and waiting, hoping for a deflection or something down there. It turns out to be a rebound, and Wetsch right on the doorstep is back to the goaltender, swoops it in, and Wetsch with a 2-goal game now has 13 on the year, and that's his 6th on the power play. He's tied for the team lead. More importantly for Calgary, another 2-goal lead here.
He's parked in his house, Jeff, right on top of the paint. That's where he lives. And that rebound tap in, eluding Fortin on the stick side. Calgary, 6 goals on 41
Calgary Hitman
shots.
Goal, a power play goal, is second of the game, 13th of the season. Scored by number 16, Carson Wetsch. Assist to number 37, Oliver Tulk, and to number 11, Ben Kindle. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 34 seconds. Wetsch power play goal, second of the game, 13th of the season from Tulk and Kindle at 12:34.
Back in they come. Valiant the shot. Stick save made by Fortin. Hitman keeping the pressure on as Moore's got the puck in the Raiders zone. Cycle play down low to David Adazinski. Squashed on the wall by Rudolph. And that allows Boychuk to play it up on the left wing side. Chance for Meunier to get it out to center. Now to Dragicevic. To the Calgary blue line. Mraz is with him. The pass to Mraz. Back on down to Dragicevic. Short side. Ripped it through the crease. Nobody home. And the puck comes to center ice on a pinching Christensen. Wetsch will get it up the right side. Can't turn the corner. Forced in behind the net and taken to the wall there. And tied up. He mixes it up. Play allowed to continue as he and Bebo behind the scenes converse. Puck to Calgary, and it's Kalen Parker in his own zone. Lone forechecker is Durkach. Parker near center, dumps it in. Linesman says no icing. Raiders back on it. Chip ahead. Hit the referee. Stays in play. And Vidston will send it to center to Williams. His shoot in. Wide of the Raider net. 6:09 left in the third period. Calgary up 6-4. Trying to go to the break on a 4-game winning streak. And jump up into, well, a very luxurious spot. A tie for second in the Eastern Conference standings. One back of the conference leading Medicine Hat Tigers. If they can close this thing, here's Kindle at center. Trying to eat some time. He'll back it into his own zone with his teammates completing a change. Kalen Parker, the puck in the right circle in his own zone. Back on down, Durkach, forechecking. Parker plays it by him, and on the move now is Gorzinski. To the Raider line, he'll chip it in deep. Scampering back to go get it. Pivoting behind the net is Rudolph. He'll swing it to his left on the left wing boards. It's shoveled up. And the Raiders' Mrsic. Outlet pass right side to Niall Crocker. Crocker hooks one back. It's Rudolph joining the party up the right wing. Activating defenseman goes behind the net. He centered it. Oiring couldn't get a stick on it for a shot. Mrsic at the line now. He'll go to Oiring on the right wing wall. Carry it up top. Give it to Mrsic. It's out of his reach. Tomas Mrsic on top of it now, trying to sauce it down to the circle. It's picked up by Yakimchuk, hooked on by Crocker, but he let his stick go. So as it got separated from Yakimchuk, there was no penalty, even though the stick was still tucked under the arm. Raiders get the puck back and bring it in. Here comes Mrsic up the right side, jam the brakes, net front pass. No good. Oiring will go get it left circle. Back to Mrsic on the right side of the ice. The shot high and wide on the catching side of Eric 2. Raiders get the rebound back. Oiring behind the net, missing Doobie with it. It'll come to Dragicevic at the line. Walking the line, works it across. Mrsic, wrist shot, blocked by Calgary's Oh, Ethan Moore. And to center comes David Adazinski, and Jeff, he'll get it down.
Yeah, good job by Calgary. Their third and fourth line out there, blocking shots, doing good defense against some of Prince Albert's top offensive players. Big shift there.
Here they come at center ice now. Carson Wetsch to bring it into the Raiders zone. Looking for the hat trick. Net drive. Poked on by Maranoff. And that went off a stick and out of play. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the final period, perhaps before the WHL Christmas break. Calgary trying to keep it that way. They lead at 6-4 on your home of Hitman Hockey. Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
If your debts are at...
You're clear.
Just go online and visit wecanhelp.ca.
Where was I going to go?
If the stress of debt has left your finances in disarray.
Just go
They're going
online
home,
and
Jeff.
visit
They're going home.
wecanhelp.ca.
Need a licensed government debt solution to help you
Had
find
enough.
your way?
Just go online and visit wecanhelp.ca.
To find a licensed insolvency trustee who will discuss your debt options at no cost or obligation, reach out to Alan Marshall and Associates today.
At wecanhelp.ca.
Our viewers and listeners have to pay for that, so
Think about all the
get your
Christmas parties
PayPal
and the New
account
Year's Eve parties.
activated.
Everyone who
If
cares
you want us
about
to
you
sing
will be
Christmas songs,
gathered together.
What if they
Think
don't
about
want
it.
us to sing?
And
How
when
much
you're
does
done
that costs double.
Spence Diamonds and try on hundreds of different engagement rings. All the designer prototypes right
We
out
know
in the
you
open.
can hear us.
Just pick them
Yeah.
up and
We
try
have
them
no
on.
control
You
of the
have
audio
our
upstairs.
official permission.
I was
And
gonna
every
go
ring has a
somewhere and now
price
I
on
lost
it that
track.
includes all the
Where was
diamonds.
it?
Going home.
Come to Spence. It's time to get engaged.
Spence. Open late across from Chinook Center.
Oh, yeah.
Now, back to
I'll do
Brad
this.
Curl and Calgary Hitmen Hockey on Sportsnet 960, The Fan.
10 goals in this game, multi-point games for Prince Albert. Boychuk, goal and an assist. Mrsic, goal and an assist. Calgary, Parker, goal and an assist. Kendall, 2 happles. Wetsch, 2 goals. Adazinski, goal and an assist. Tulk, a goal and 3 assists. Hat tricks this year. 1, was it Kendall in Saskatoon?
Yes.
Again, so Wetsch with 2, just so you know.
The Kindle hat trick was the overtime winner against
That's
the Blades
right.
that started this 3-game winning streak. And Kindle on the ice right now, offensive zone draw. Raiders Lodwick wins it. It'll be pushed to center by PA. We'll keep an eye on the Raiders goaltender. How aggressive do they want to be? Icing waved off. Raiders go get the puck. Doobie out in front. Shot scores! Lodwick right down Main Street, Prince Albert. And the Raiders not going away. They've cut the deficit to 6-5 with 4:09 remaining.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be an icing call there, and they tie up Yakinchuk, and Calgary slow to come back. Not a good thing to do. Lodwick will come in. Big forward with his 6th goal of the year. All alone in the middle slot. Calgary's played so well in their own zone, and he had a major breakdown right there.
Well, the pride of Red Deer, Alberta, striking in his home province while chewing on his mouth guard. And PA going, okay, twice we've tied it down by 2. Can we do it a 3rd time? A lot of nervous Hitman fans in this building, I'm sure. Raiders 5 goals on 22 shots. Calgary called for icing.
Yeah, faceoffs will be big, obviously, going down the stretch here so far in this game. Calgary's been losing the faceoffs. They got Prince Albert with 34 faceoffs wins, Calgary with 25. Calgary, in protecting 1-goal leads in the 3rd period of late, Brad, have lost a lot of faceoffs in their own zone. That has to change here. Prince Albert's so dangerous when they get it to the blue line.
They have lost the draws, but they've been able to make amends by blocking shots. They lose another draw. Raiders have the puck.
Scored by number 29, Harrison Lodwick. Assist to number 15, Braden Doobie. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 51 seconds.
That's the scoring play to make it a 1-goal game. Under 4 to go, Hitman now come up with a puck, and Maxim Maranoff will bring it to center to the Raider line and over. Down the left wing he goes against Dragicevic. Jams the brakes. Cycle behind the net, looking for the captain, Carson Wetsch. Working against Rudolph, he'll cycle back to the left side of the ice. There's Sawyer Mays, first on the scene. Good energetic shift here by Wetsch, Maranoff, and Mays. Raiders get the puck out, but turn it over at center. Crocker does, and the Hitman will take over. Parker at his own blue line. Bump pass for Ethan Moore. He'll chip it in deep.
Nope.
Well, at least he was in the vicinity of. Linesman says he never touched it. They're much closer than I am. They are much younger than I am.
There's just over 4 minutes to go. Prince Albert's down by 2, face off in their own zone, and I'm like you and thinking Jeff Truitt's thinking, when do I pull my goaltender if I'm down by 2? All of a sudden they beat an icing call, get a goal, and now the strategy changes. 3:21 to go. They got an offensive zone faceoff here in the Calgary end of the rink.
Kamloops in here last Friday, pulled the goalie with 2:34 to go. Swift Current in here on Sunday, pulled the goalie with 1:43 to go.
1-goal games, though, right? Yeah.
Yes, and we got a 1-goal game here. And we'll find out when and if Fortin leaves the cage for the Raiders. They've got the puck in the Calgary zone, looking for the tie. The pass for Christensen is no good. He was open too, but the pass from Mrsic hit him in the left skate and ricocheted to center. They'll shoot it right back in and try and set up shop. Kindle trying to work it ahead for more. He'll clear the zone. Raiders take it back, though. Here comes Christensen. Raiders in those green and gold jerseys with black trim. Flip the puck into the Calgary zone. Hitman in their home whites with copper, red, and black trim will skate it ahead. Here's Kindle to center ice. All by himself. He'll twist and turn. A little spinorama there. Savardi and spinorama. He's got the trailer now. It's Gorzinski on the right wing. He'll nudge it in behind the net. Took the body check. Crashing in, bumped Christensen into the back of his own net. Tulk takes over, shot short side, hit the big defender, and Dugan Peterson will lug it ahead. All the way to center, rolls one deep into the Calgary zone. Yakimchuk will touch it, but the Raiders were offside.
Linesman was warning him that it was offside. He kept coming in, so I think the faceoff's going to be deep in the Prince Albert zone here, Brad.
That was Mrsic who was unaware.
Yeah. Right, they'll put it at the Prince Albert line, I guess, where the offside pass started from.
2:26 left here in the third.
Both teams have timeouts to use, Brad, as well. That's going to be important with 2:26 to go.
11 goals in this game. Is there a 12th out there somewhere?
12 days of Christmas? I don't know.
It just seems so perfect, doesn't it? Would it be the tying goal for the Raiders, or would it be an empty net lockdown for Calgary? We'll find out. As Dragicevic has the puck in behind the Raider net, he'll dish off, and here comes Tomas Mrsic. He's going to wind it up. There goes the goaltender, Fortin. He's heading off. 2:02 on the clock. Raiders coming in. Shot from Mrsic. That one does not hit the net. It'll come around. Big hit leveled there as Williams got knocked off his skates, but Maranoff brings it to center. The shot. He scores! Maxim Maranoff hits the empty net. Calgary, for the fourth time, leads by 2. It's 7-5.
12 goals of Christmas here on the last game before the Christmas break in the WHL. Maranoff has it at his blue line, bounces off not one but two Raiders to get it to center ice. And Calgary, who has been guilty of not scoring into empty nets, to give them some insurance and some room to breathe. He scores there, his 7th of the year. He has a goal and an assist. And timeout, Prince Albert, looks like.
10 seconds after the Raiders pulled goaltender Dimitri Fortin.
Yeah.
Maranoff hits the empty net. But Dax Williams took a big hit inside the zone to help get that puck out.
Well, Prince Albert's so dangerous when they get the puck down low because their defensemen pinch in. We saw Christensen wide open on a previous shift there. But good job by Calgary to get it out. Good job by Maranoff to make sure he gets past center ice. So if he misses, it's not an icing call. And, Prince Albert using their timeout here after the goal. Minute 52 to go. Long ways to go. You expect them to pull the goaltender as soon as they can.
Scoring play yet to come in on the official side of things. But 18:08 will be the time of the goal for Maxim Maranoff into the empty net.
Goalie's halfway to the blue line. With Calgary winning the faceoff, he'll retreat.
Yakimchuk has it at center, gains the red line, dumps in.
7th of the year, scored by number 15, Maxim Maranoff. Assist to number 2, Dax Williams. Time of the goal, 18 minutes, 8 seconds. Maranoff, 7th of the year from Williams at 18:08.
Williams will take that hit every day of the week to make that play to get the assist on the insurance marker. Calgary dumps the puck in. Christensen finishing the check on Ethan Moore. He, along with Oliver Tulk and David Adazinski, assigned here with eating some time up the ice by pressing on PA. Raiders, Niall Crocker trying to turn one back. He's got Christensen across the ice. Dragicevic. Fortin inching towards the bench. There he goes for the second time. This time there's a minute 9 on the clock when he arrives. Raiders set it up, down by 2. Crocker tied up by Parker. Helped out by Mrsic. He'll swing it to the blue line. Christensen can't keep it in. Moore kind of rolls over his back, spinning off and making sure that puck gets out. Raiders on the reset. Going to bring it back in on the left wing side. Here's Oyering with it to the slot to Crocker. Tipped it to the net. 2 the save. The rebound, Mrsic. But Eric 2 able to pounce down on all fours and get a hold of that puck for a whistle.
Calgary has a timeout. I don't think they'll use it here. 47 seconds to go. 6 skaters for the Prince Albert Raiders. Again, that empty net goal, Maranoff, his 7th of the year. Williams assisting at 18:08. Williams' 8th assist of the year. And again, Maranoff with a goal and an assist is up to 24 points.
Draw to the right of 2. Face-off's big. Raiders 6-on-5. Oiring against Vidston on the draw. Oiring pretty much joins Vidston on his side of the ice. The linesman says, okay, let's back up. Oiring is crowding, and I mean crowding the draw, and he crowds it for a win. That's the old saying, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Calgary gets the draw. Moranoff will chip it to center, looking for another empty net goal. The shot, ping! That one hits the iron. It stays out with 35 seconds left. Raiders go, hey, that's karma maybe. Maybe a sign of things to come. He rang the dinner bell, but it stays out. Now Vidston for the empty net. Can he finish it? You bet he does! Connor Vidston on a night where he's 200 games deep into the Western Hockey League. He's got a pair of goals now, and it's 8-5 Calgary.
Oh, Moranoff should have 2. He did the same play as he did earlier, except he got it deeper to the left circle boards, but hit the crossbar. Vidston goes to the circle dot area, had a defender between him and the net. Decided to go a little bit wider to make sure he had a clean view, and it's 8 goals for Calgary here, including 4 in the third period. Remember, it was a 4-4 tie. They've outscored Prince Albert 4-1. 2 empty netters, though.
Calgary Hitman goal is second of the game, 11th of the season, scored by number 21, Connor Vidston. Assist to number 16, Carson Wetsch, and number 15, Maxim Moranoff. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 34 seconds.
Into the final 10 seconds now. Raiders coming up. Here's Boychuk at the Calgary line. Going to roll one side of the net. Barrett back for Calgary to Pisarchuk. 3 seconds on the clock. Up to the line. It's held in, but the game is over. Sweet victory for the Calgary Hitmen. Headed to the holiday break on a 4-game winning streak, thanks to an 8-5 victory over the Prince Albert Raiders.
Calgary's also won 5 in a row here at the Saddle Dome. Home sweet dome this year for the Hitmen. Only 2 regulation losses here. And a big game here against a club that's playing really good. Just beat them in Prince Albert a week or so ago, Brad. Complete team effort. A little of adversity, even though they didn't trail in this game. Tough to say when they've had leads of 2-0 and 4-2, but they win this one 8-5.
Out to celebrate with goaltender Eric 2 on a night where Calgary gets their 17th win of the year. 17-9, 3-1. The Prince Albert Raiders drop to 15-11, 3-0. What does it all mean? Well, in the standings, Calgary moving up the ladder. They hop over the Lethbridge Hurricanes and into a tie for second in the Eastern Conference with the Saskatoon Blades. Just 1 point back of the front-running Medicine Hat Tigers, but the Hitmen have 4 games in hand on Medicine Hat.
And they play each other like 4 more times this year, maybe 3 for sure. Oh, that second half of the year is going to be outstanding. You know, over the years, Calgary, this is their 17th win. Last couple of years, you'd have to go into January until they got their 17th win. This is how special it's been for the Hitmen this year. Slow start. They were around 500 at the end of October, but November and December, they've rolled on, beating some good clubs, getting it done on home ice. It's been dramatic at times with a lot of 1-goal games in the third period. This one was as well. A couple of empty netters gave them the huge lead on the scoreboard, but it was close all the way down, and these 2 clubs are going to run into each other 2 more times in February.
Yeah, first 6 games of the year for Calgary, they started 2-4.
Right.
So it's been an abrupt turn of events for Calgary since then.
9 games above 500 since then.
As we await today's 3 stars and a post-game interview downstairs with today's first star, all part of our post-game show. It will be hosted by Azam Ali Nanji.
I think all the kids left. I think they're on holidays, Brad. There'll be no 3 stars. They just took off.
Snowman will be star number 3. Star
here we
number
go.
2 will be the Grinch, and Rudolph is number 1.
3 stars. The third star tonight from the Prince Albert Raiders is number 23, Riley Boychuk.
Well, the 16-year-old second overall pick from Cochrane picked up a goal and an assist here today. And a good goal, too. Rifled shot. You're going to hear a lot of that name over the next 2-3 years, Brad. He's a good one.
Indeed.
The second star tonight from your Calgary Hitmen, number 37, Oliver Tulk.
All over the score sheet in this one. 1 goal, 3 assists. You add it up to 4 points. Extends his point streak to 11 games. Has 28 points in those 11 games.
And your first start tonight from your Calgary Hitmen, number 16, Carson Wetsch.
The captain, big goals in this game, Brad. 2 goals and 1 assist. Power forward. Got the power play goal in the third period as well.
Let's hear from Captain Carson Wetsch.
A huge win for you guys. You really closed that one out. How's it feel to get that kind of victory going into this second half?
Yeah, it's great for us. I said at the beginning of the game that these 2 points were huge for us and we capitalized on. So I think everyone's feeling good going to the break.
You guys are firing on all cylinders right now and tied for second in the Eastern Conference right now, second in the Central Division. Just tell us about what this team is capable of doing.
Yeah, we're capable of a lot. I mean, I expect us to be there, and I think we have more to give even. I think we should be first place when we come back from the break here.
Well, congrats on a big win.
Thank you, Cassandra.
There you have it, Carson Wetsch, first star of the hockey game, in conversation with Cassandra Vilgrain down at ice level. And you can tell they've got some confidence now.
Month of December started with him scoring the teddy bear goal. He had a big smile that day, and he gets the game-winning goal here in the third period. At the time, it gave Calgary a 6-4 lead. They win by a score of 8-5. So a lot of positives. In some ways you sit there going, would Calgary even want a break? Only one regulation loss this month. Believe me.
You want a break.
These kids need a break. It was great for both teams to put on a show like we saw today. So many times, end of the year, it's hard for the players to really focus on the game, and you don't have a contest like we saw today. Calgary got the leads. Prince Albert battled back. It would have been easy for them to mail it in. I appreciate the effort of both clubs here today.
Yeah, if all the players were from their respective towns, then it would be a different story where you might go, the break needs to be a little shorter. But you've got players all over Western Canada and 2 countries as well. And, Brandon Gorzinski from Scottsdale, Arizona, Maxim Moranov from Russia, and Axel Hertig is over with Sweden at the World Junior Hockey Championship. But nevertheless, the point is it's time to go home, and the break well-deserved. And it feels a lot sweeter, Ozum, when you head in on a winning streak. And Ozum Ali Nanchi is the host of Hitman Hockey, and Calgary's going to the break. Winners of not 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row.
Well, that's what you want to have, right? Like, especially when, you're a team that you're building off of strengths, wrapping up a 3-game homestand, you wanted to sweep it. This game did not go the way you wanted it to go, just lots of goals, but that's what you want to see from your team. Maybe officials didn't go the way that you wanted to with calls and that, but that sometimes is going to happen. And this experience is really good for this team, especially if they're going to go into a playoff run, because we all know when the playoffs come, the whistles go away and it becomes much, much tighter.
Yeah, they beat one of the hottest teams in the WHL today in the Prince Albert Raiders, and did it without arguably 2 of their better players, Canadian World Junior Tanner Howe and Swedish World Junior Axel Hertig. Our post-game show is coming up next. Ozum will take you to midnight on the scoring summary, and if you're still awake after that, we'll have some thoughts of our own on Sportsnet 960 The Fan.
Hockey.
You're clear.
Thank you.
And
no problem.
You need a teammate in your corner you can trust.
Thanks, Bill. At Classic Fire and Life Safety, we deliver trusted and dependable fire protection services to our clients across Canada. We protect your business as if it were our own. Our passion for safety. With Classic Fire and Life.
Yeah, sorry, it was hard to hear on that